Hey.
Hey!
Sick.
Yo,
All
yo,
right.
yo.
Oh yeah.
Bow.
This is our first D&D game, I think. No, we had a one shot, which we got too drunk, and I decided it's in the YouTube archives, but I have not aired it for specific reasons.
I think I
We don't
DM'd
need to
that
go
one
into.
shot.
So, does anyone have anything to say, or should we just jump right in? All right. Well, we'll just get right into the business, and we'll see what happens.
The business.
So, each of you have been contacted through a letter from an old friend for some of you, and old acquaintances, and an old
Did I
peer.
Okay.
You're a special case. And each of you have been contacted by Nell, who is a renowned thief in certain circles. So you would assume that job is to steal something, but you guys aren't quite sure. But there was an address on the note that said go to the Mirage Theater in Ryland Row of Rodarth City. A city mostly funded by its school, the university there. It's kind of a upper middle class to poor social structure, typical bureaucracy type stuff. Their politics, all their decisions are led by like 11 people. They vote on things, and majority wins, and then that's how they create new laws for the city. Magic use, kind of, you have to get a permit to use magic in public if you're using like mending things or like basic cantrips, but it's mostly kind of looked down upon, and it can land you some fines or in jail. But I think
This is all based on the School of Magic, I think, is what you mentioned before.
Outside of that, I mean, the school is known. It's a school of conjuration, and it's been striving to be like one of the major schools and join basically like the Ivy League of this world. It's pushing to join this thing, and so for the setting, it's like late summer. Campus for the school would not have kids yet. They'd be coming into the city from their little villages, or living off campus in one of the other little minor districts. But Ryland Row is kind of the scummy part of town. A lot of broken down buildings. No guards are around, and nothing is held up well, and see a lot of shady figures. But it's about midday, or actually, could each of you guys roll a d20? See how punctual you guys are.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, so Indy, you'll be the first one to arrive, and it's about midday. The sunlight half hiding behind the clouds, but enough to reflect off each of the large cobblestones of the road, and that kind of shines off whatever liquid is on the street in that area. And from the smell of it, could be ale, blood, or urine in some parts. Picture like the French Quarter, Bourbon Street sort of thing. You pass by a lot of boarded up buildings, signs barely hanging on to the buildings that they cling to. Some of these old businesses look to be turned into like squat houses or pop-up taverns, or what's the word for like when prohibition, they would have
Speakeasies.
speakeasies. And you've even spotted like a makeshift church or two. But from your intuition, as you're walking around, the biggest church around here is found at the bottom of the pint. At the end of, as you walk for a bit, at the end of Ryland Row, kind of like it's like one big communal walkway. Picture like 2 streets wide, and then everything is on of the side and kind of facing this one road. And at the end of it sits the Mirage. It's a giant theater. And on the dates on the marquee at the top of it about 10 years old, and you can only see the letters E and L that are still on the marquee for who was performing or what act was there. The front double doors are boarded up. The ticket booth outside, the window is smashed, and the walls around this, like around the two on each side of the double doors, have big faded spots where the posters would be for the shows. Yeah, you've made it to Violin Row, and you don't see anyone around you besides the theater. You look around, you see a man kind of sitting on the side of the curb. He has a little stand with him with knickknacks and stuff, you know, kind of staring off in the distance, and you know, I'm trying to sell stuff. And then you see a couple other people walking around. It's like lunchtime. You see people walking to a building kind of near the Mirage, but kind of dead around here.
Okay. And we're supposed to meet at the Mirage?
Yeah.
Then I'll just walk in. I'll go straight there.
As you go up to the doors, they're boarded up, and there's not really like a way in right there.
I'll go around, see if there's a back.
Okay. Let's look to the side. Make a perception check.
Perception.
Let's get the rolls going. Actually, I did write down your passive perception. And I think I should use that because that's an actual mechanic. Your perception.
It's 14 passive.
Yeah. So you look around one side, it looks like there's a side door that's kind of like paved in. There's stuff kind of piled around it, and then you're walking around. You see the one like urchin type guy going like, "What do you need? Anything?" And you walk around the other side. You see a fire escape that looks like the ladder. Like as you look at the top, like it goes up like a half a story. Like you can't really just grab the ladder, but once you're up there, you do see a window that looks like it's used for entry.
You said there's like a pile of junk.
Yeah, so around one side it's like there's like an old, side entrance door that has a bunch of stuff like boxes and stuff that's kind of like blocking it.
Okay.
And then around the other side, on the left side of the theater, there's what looks to be a fire escape. That the ladder is up right now, but the window is open.
I can't jump for it.
You could try. It's probably about. It'd be a good jump. But
Okay, I'll just try it anyway.
all right. Athletics, I believe.
Athletics. Okay. Oh boy. But
So you jump up a couple times. You're not really reaching it. You jump up again. You can tap the bottom of the ladder, and you're kind of nimble enough. And you jump up and are able to grab onto the bottom rung, and just and it pulls down, and now it's about 4 feet off the ground, and you could grab it and get up there if you could.
yep, I will do that.
All right. As you're climbing up, who's next? Stratogo. You walk by towards the Mirage, and this urchin's like, he kind of stops you as you're walking, like, "Hey,
Can I help you?
I hear some footsteps. Would you like to buy anything?"
What are you selling?
Well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. As you look at him,
Can I see if he's trying to like scam me or like rob me, or if it's anything like that, or if he's just a dumb beggar? I want to see if it's anything more than that.
Okay, so is that like insight?
Yeah, to determine his intentions.
Okay, go for it. lost my tab. All right, so
13.
as you look over at him, see he's wearing like these kind of raggedy robe type things, and he's sitting down on something. You can't really tell. Bald head. His eyes. As you look closer, you can see that this is a blind man, and he's got like smooth, kind of sunburned, like faintly green skin. He's a half elf. Can't really tell how tall he is, but older, but not as old as his voice is. You can tell like the world has weathered him enough to where he looks way older than he actually is.
Have you seen anything interesting lately?
Seen anything? I haven't seen anything in years. You're a jokester.
I'm just gonna try and walk off without making much noise.
Here's your footsteps, and hey, what are you looking for? I can be of some sort of help.
You ever been to the theater?
Where's the theater?
I just keep walking.
Okay. You get to the theater. You see the front door area, right where I just described to Indy.
Mm-hmm.
And Indy, about this time, you're gone up to like a flight and a half of the ladder, and you see this urchin. You hear the urchin yelling out, kind of out front, maybe 35, 40 feet away, or probably more like 60 feet. But he's not a subtle type. And you see a tiefling outside the theater. I don't remember what color you are, purple or red.
Pink.
So yes.
Nice.
Pink with purple hair. Be kind of wearing raggedy traveling clothes with some tight leathers on under it.
Kirby has a identifier like under the GM thing. Is it that color pink? And then your hair is your color?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
I'm there.
Yeah, that's kind of the mix. So do I see him up top?
Make a perception check, 'cause
Oof.
not at first. You're looking at the theater and kind of taking it in and looking at the marquee and like the doors. You know your instruction was to meet at the barrage, so you're here.
And there's no first floor entrances that seem boarded up or holes or
No,
trapdoors
it's
or
all
anything like that.
kind of boarded up from here.
All right, I'd go around until I see an opening. Or see
Yeah,
something that looks like a hatch, or I'd be looking for maybe a wall that's not a wall. Things like that.
All right.
Or like if the boarded up doors are actually like put there to make like look boarded up, or if they actually are.
All right. And at this time, the two low rolls kind of Stratogo, you go around, you see the fire escape. At this point, Indy, you'd have just gone right in, right?
Oh yeah.
So the window isn't locked, but as you open the window, something does fall on the other side, and like this little pole like kind of like clap 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 and rolls and starts.
I like wait a
But-
second to see if anybody comes to check.
Seems fairly.
Just like 5 seconds, like a oh shit kind of.
Make a. Make a perception check. You don't hear anything, or it's kind of dead quiet. So when you go in, looks to be like you're up in the scaffolding a little bit of Could be behind the stage or to the side of it. You're not sure quite exactly where, but you're up kind of near some scaffolding.
I'll slip through and just kind of see where this leads.
Okay, and then cut back over to the two that come in. Preacher, where would you have been the last maybe few hours? Because I don't have. You wouldn't be far, I don't think.
Probably just in the back, hanging out.
So maybe you lost track of some sort of time, but
Dozed off for a minute.
yeah. You're coming around the side, kind of where the not where the fire escape is, the other side, and then Drekhar, you're coming down the cobblestone road, and you guys kind of are both out front near the same time.
Yeah, I'm new to the city overall. So I'm gonna look around me and see if I can find. Is there anybody around?
Yeah, there's the urchin, and then there's like as you're walking by, there's people hanging out, a couple different buildings. You do see an orc outside of one, like smoking a hand-rolled cigarette, just kind of like, taking a break from whatever he was doing inside the building.
Any of them look particularly intelligent?
Make an insight check. None. No, you can't discern the intelligence of
I'll
anyone
walk
around
up to
you,
the
but
urchin and hold him this note that I was given and see if he can read it for me. I'm not so
Okay.
good at it, but I want to see if he can help me out.
oh, hello. Would you like to buy something?
No, what does this say? I'm looking for this place, the Murray.
What does what say?
This piece of paper.
Oh, you're holding
Maraga.
something. Could you place it in my hands?
Yeah, I'll put the note in his hands.
Oh, yes, this is quite good paper. Let's see here.
But what does it say?
His head goes down near it, and you said Mirage.
Oh yeah. Pardon my French.
That is a
Pardon my Dwarvish.
Mirage. I don't know this word.
Ugh. And then I'll just snatch the paper and like keep looking around for something
Would
that
you like
matches.
to buy anything?
What do you got?
And at this point, he kind of does a little like creepy, like
Hope he's fixed
undoes
his.
his robes, and he pulls out this little bit of dried plant leaves. He goes, "I've got some devil weed." And then he goes over here, grabs out this little paste, and he's like, "Or some baccaran."
I don't know what those are. What good are they? Stupid green plants.
Is there a
There's a nature check.
nature? Probably, yeah. Make a nature check.
Oh boy.
Yep. Could be herbs, could be spices, could be anything.
Tell me about the first one, this devil weed.
It's just to pass the time, really.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Wow, he's kind of like, oh, okay. That'll be 6 gold pieces.
6 gold?
Mm,
I've got 10.
well, it looks like
How about 2?
Okay.
All right. Deal. Got him.
He thinks he just got you, like, so you have a couple things of devil weed. Just new to town, picking up a
Interesting first purchase.
Picking up a 5 spot. All right.
And I'm gonna keep looking around
Really
on the piece
sets
of
the
paper and
tone for
trying
the
to match
campaign.
the lettering of the Mirage to some of the signs around.
You see that there's a sign that has most of the words that are on your paper.
Okay,
Missing.
I'll go up to the door.
I believe your note has instructions to do what you got there. But when you get up to you see the ticket booth with the glass has been shattered in. You see the double doors and where the posters used to be. The marquee hasn't been lit up in years. But where above the head of where the attendant of the ticket booth would be, you see a bell, like kind of the size of a grapefruit, with a dark red sigil of a clenched fist on it. Which you remember from your instructions from Nell. Ring 4 times, no more, no less.
All right, I'll do that. Ding, 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 ding.
So around the time this is happening, Preacher, you're just coming around the side of the corner. Stratogo, you've gone around, seen the fire escape as kind of a way in, looking at it, and then Indi, you're going in and you go down a little bit and are looking. You see you're kind of in a hallway or in the scaffolding. You know, like where theaters go on. You're above the stage, really, where you can adjust like curtains.
Like the
and,
rigging?
Yeah, you're kind of in the rigging of the theater. But you guys all hear this, ba-ding, 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 ba-ding.
I would just kind of fade back into an alley or something where I could see and just watch what happens.
Okay, you want to make a stealth?
Sure.
And then would I know what the procedure is here?
Not really. Nell's instructions to you were just like, hey, meet here this time tomorrow.
Bad.
And basically he was like, hey, meet me out front here this time tomorrow.
Okay.
So yeah, you're
I'm
in a
just
spot.
gonna stand and wait then,
So
I guess.
So you hear the bell ring, and you kind of where it's from, you kind of lean back and put your corner, like the corner of the theater, and are looking around. And Indi, yeah, you're in the scaffolding. You hear the bell rings.
How high up am I?
Like from. So yeah, so when you're in the.
It's not.
rigging of
Is it like a catwalk or is it like a hallway?
It's like this is like the catwalk part.
Okay,
I'm
pretty high up.
Yeah, so you'd be maybe almost 35 feet from the stage.
Okay. Is there like a backstage stairway that I can go down?
Yeah.
Okay, I will go down.
All right.
If I can find it.
You creep down, and as you're going down, you hear a voice from behind you go, "Where are you going, Indi? We're meeting outside."
I look behind me.
You see a 5'11". You see Nell, who he takes off his hood. He's a really pale half elf, pointed ears, white faded hair, kind of down to his chin, and straight. Skinny, not but lean, like somewhere you're not sure how muscly he is with the loose clothing he's wearing.
Okay then.
It must be sneakier next time when you break in somewhere.
Wasn't really trying to be sneaky.
No. You'll learn. Come with me.
I'll follow.
Takes you back out that same spot, and then As he's going out the window, he looks down at the rod that you knocked over and leads you out, and you see that he reaches his hand in and sets up that same thing. A little, weak trap noise alarm, and then gives you a little like half look like silly, and then takes you down the fire escape where you were, where you came in. As you guys get down, you see Stratogo trying to hide on the side of the corner, and Stratogo, nice to see you again.
You're muted or something.
I try to play it off kind of cool. Nice to see you now.
Okay, this is Indi. He is going to be part of our group.
To meet you.
Give him the nod.
Okay, let's meet the others. And then he comes around the corner and sees Preacher standing there, and then Drekhar, and Nell, with a smile on his face, goes, I knew Drekhar would be the last one here.
You know I'm new here. That's not fair.
Hey,
Plus, your note has no directions.
I'm a man of mystery. Anyways, come with me. And he takes all four of you back up the fire escape, and
I'd like to, as we're leaving, check to see how close attention the blind dude's paying.
Okay, roll a
Just to see if
perception.
he's looking, because I don't know if I truly believe he's blind or if he seems like he's focusing in on listening.
Okay.
My rolls are fucking garbage.
Everyone's are.
He's staring in your direction, saying like, would you like to purchase anything? But like, there's also a guy like over near him, like kind of coming up to him and going like, hey, I'm over here. So Nell leads you back.
I'd like to remember what he looks like too.
Okay. Leads you back in, so you make note of that, and then you guys go in. Instead of going across the scaffolding, once you guys get in the window, you guys take stairs down, and he leads you to the stage itself. Big stage. So the seating is 2 stories. So picture probably at one point in time it was like a 250 seater, but a lot of the seats are ripped out, and you can see some of them have been put down and people have slept in them at some point. A lot of trash and broken down wood and stuff peeling off the walls. The lights are broken. But Nell gestures and to stay on the stage, and there's some benches and stuff that are on the stage, and he goes, gather around. I've picked each one of you to, well, it's fun to steal things, and I need each of your expertise for different jobs. Gestures to Drekhar and goes, I needed some muscle.
As long as the price is right.
Indi, I needed the speed and the backup. Basically your muscle too, but you also are good with. Oh wait, no. I lost my notes. I need the experience in the arts. And Stratogo, I needed you because you can talk your way into anywhere. And Preacher,
Yeah.
you are just an interesting person.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
So payment, which you all are interested in.
Payment.
Information.
What?
Information.
About what?
What I want. I don't need payment.
Okay, well, we can look into that. Payments in gold pieces.
Now you're speaking my language.
Gold pieces.
It's money, preacher. It's a silly thing that we've all made up to go to trade goods.
We talked about.
I told you about this yesterday.
Yeah.
And Nell kind of looks away from.
What's preacher look like?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
want
little
everyone to
skeptical of this guy.
describe
All
it.
he has is interesting.
Preacher
I'm gonna kind of eye
is-
everyone up and down.
Yeah.
Preacher is dressed in sort of a long, almost like a trench coat, black, flat top hat type deal. I mean,
What race are you?
Asimir, but I look more or less like just a person. Really, nothing distinct. Black hair, short, business cut, smoked glasses, like sunglasses, shades. I look like a preacher from maybe, I don't know, the late 1800s West. Like Wild West type get up. Imagine kind of like Will Smith from Wild Wild West type of clothing.
Okay.
Carries a crossbow, or a crossbow on his back.
Any other weapons?
Van
that are
Helsing
visible?
looking.
Oh, I carry a very ornate dagger around a gold chain around my neck.
Okay. I can go next. So Stratogo is probably about, I don't know, 5'11", 6 foot, purple pinkish skin, and a darker purple blue hair. Fit but not like big. He's right now in like kind of raggedy clothing, but if you look closely under it, you can see that there's some leathers strapped tightly underneath the outer layer of clothing. He carries a small chest on his back, I picture it like a shoebox size. And then under that, there's a drum strapped to it, and then around the front, on the strap, he has this. So the wooden instrument with strings across it, so the strings are facing outward across his chest. And then 2 daggers at his hips.
Drekhar is 6'5", 265 pounds, big, stout, half orc, and the skin is slightly more yellow tinged than. I mean, they come in all shades between green and normal flesh color, but it's slightly yellow, which is a little bit unusual, but not necessarily out of the question. And he's got weapons everywhere. He's got javelins on his back, hand axes on the hips, a gigantic maul across, slung in a sling around his back. Yeah.
Nice. Indi is a 6'3", 200-pound bronze dragonborn, and he has cool horns that kind of spiral, almost like Hellboy, or like an ibex, just kind of spiral just a little bit. And his face looked like he got his ass beat. He's got the belly bandages and stuff like that, and he's also got leather gloves on, and he's wearing a pristine, just pressed pinstripe suit, with a pinstripe vest, and he's got a black tie on, and he's got a gold tie clip that you can see with a pretty large black stone, almost like obsidian type, right on there, and that's him.
No, you haven't assembled the most subtle group.
It's not about subtlety around these parts. It's more or less, I would do it myself, but The way the thieves guilds run around here, it's out of my territory.
From sizing y'all up here, I think I'm going to be able to get along with each and every one of you. I think there's something in common that I have with Drekhar, was it? Indi, and I don't know about Stratogo, but we'll find something, I'm sure.
We'll certainly see.
Anyways, the payments. 125 gold pieces for each of you. And whatever else you find along the way. But, about a month ago, a painting came into the museum near the university. And I'd like to get my hands on it. I've gone a couple times, and from word on the street, the security for this museum was set up by a particular person. A dwarf. A man named Alfior and Kriya.
Does the name ring a bell for anyone?
You guys could make a check for, actually, no, it's not gonna ring a bell for anyone. He designed this security for the museum, and word on the street is he always carried a briefcase with him when he was designing, and kept to himself most of the time, and I think he would have the designs in that briefcase in his house. So, the job. We steal the plans. The security plans for the museum.
So they haven't set it up yet.
What?
So they haven't set it up yet.
Oh, no, they've set it up. They in order to figure out what type of security it is, if we can get the plans to it.
Oh, so the museum's been around, just the security system has been set up, and he's the guy who did it.
Mm-hmm. He was, so for this special, for this painting that came in, a special level of security came in, and they brought in this guy to set up the security.
And what do we know about this Alfior?
The what?
What do we know about this Alfior?
Alfior. Yeah. Well, he is a researcher at the university, well versed in magic. So I've gone to the museum a couple times. It doesn't look like there's a couple locks on it, but nothing more complex than I could handle. So I'm assuming it's some sort of magic that's protecting it.
Where does this guy live? Where does Alfior live?
Well, Alfior, I have followed him back from the school a couple times now. He lives in Trallum Point. It's a gated community for the rich, and not too fond of them. But I am not able to get in past the gates, so his house is in there somewhere.
And you said he's a dwarf. Can you give us any more than that?
Yep, he is a jittery type. Every time I've seen him, he's always been on the move. Somewhere to go. Looking over his shoulder constantly. Brown hair. Braided beard down to one single point. He always wears the robes of the university colors, which are orange and darker blue. Not hard to speak to find if you know what you're looking for. He's probably the only dwarf at the university.
And are there any known entrances to Trallum Point
Well,
other than
there's the main gate, which that might be difficult to get through. But there's word that the Sapphire Watch, who run the Bright Hook area, so in Ride and Row, there's a bunch of different thieves guilds that come and we hang out here, but we all have our own territories that we go to in the city. And the Sapphire Watch run Bright Hook. And word is they have a tavern there with a connection to Trallum Point that they've been using.
What about any friends or family this fellow might have?
Yes,
Perhaps
of course.
someone we can get to know a little bit better. Get some more information on the guy.
Word is he has a wife. I've never seen her leave Trallum Point. A son, maybe 17. I've seen him a couple times out, but not too many. And a daughter somewhere, but I also haven't seen her. But it's a good thing you brought that up. With him being a family man, I don't see any reason to make this messy, if you know what I mean. And he kind of looks around at you guys and like, but if it does get messy, leave no trace.
I'll crack my knuckles.
That's the reason I called you guys here, though. I can't go to the Bright Hook Tavern myself if I'm caught in Sapphire territory, or the whole Ryland Row treaty could come to an end. So I stay in my area, they stay in theirs. So you guys aren't affiliated with any thieves guilds, so you guys can walk right in.
What is your area?
My area, of course, is... Where'd I put it? North Ward.
And what's the name of your guild again?
Preacher, I just told you this yesterday.
Well,
The Scarlet Company.
yeah, I'm not used to this kind of work.
Memory?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm used to having an entire staff work for me. Wait, never mind. I didn't say that.
Anyways.
Tell me about the Sapphire Watch. You said they had a tavern with a connection to Trallum Point.
Yes, so the tavern, it is right on the road near Trallum Point. Travelers who come into the city would be going through there and stopping. It's not really a place for locals, but
Is it near the university?
kind of. Gives you... It'd be like right around here.
Okay.
See,
In Bright Hook. Okay.
yeah.
What's it called again?
It is called... I really should have made these better. Oh wait, no, I have tabs. Well, it's there somewhere. Let me hit the fantasy generator. The Chunky Snapdragon.
It has a name. It's a good name. The Chunky Snapdragon, you said.
Yeah. I'll just punish myself for not being able to find it.
Well, boys, where do you want to start?
And you said you've only followed him from the university to the...
Straight into the Trallum Point. He doesn't stop for anything, really.
When does he leave?
Well, interesting. every day except for the last day of the week, he leaves at exactly 4 p.m. Though at the end of the week, he stays an extra 3.5 hours. He's punctual, this little man. And you guys know the end of the week is in 2 days, so and I think while he's taking those extra hours, that's when just when it gets dark, we strike. We'll have a short window, but
So it sounds like we first need to find our way into Trallon Point.
need to correct. And I'm open to ideas, but I suggest you guys take a look at the tavern. I'm well known amongst the thieves guilds around here, and if I show my face in there, then the Sapphire Watch will have a real problem with me. And I, quite frankly, don't need a problem with them.
You have a problem with any of the thieves guilds?
Not particularly.
Well, shall we go see what we can find?
Where would you like to start?
Let's go look at the main gate.
I agree. See what kind of security there is. See, well, what do you need to get in through the gate anyway? A pass, a key.
Looks like
Password?
he has some sort of a key or something, but there's guards and attendants that he looks like he checks in with.
Okay.
At this point, I put down my chest off my back and I open it, and I just start taking off some of my clothes. And I'm switching off this like raggedy set of clothes, and I pull out a really fine set of like highly embroidered and like fancy clothes. And I put those on.
You look the
Okay.
part.
I thought there would be something about you I'd become fond of. I'm kind of I dabble in dress up as well from time to time.
I believe it.
All right, well,
As I stand there with a 3-piece pinstripe suit.
Drekhar, looks like we're gonna have to take you to a tailor and get fitted.
My favorite. I got a
Alright.
problem. I got a real thick neck. They can't make anything that fits, but we'll try if you know someone in town.
Oh
Thick
no,
neck.
I'm new here. I don't know. Nell, would you is there a tailor you might recommend?
he kind of looks at you and looks down at himself and goes, "Does it look like I go to such things?"
As I'm like finishing up putting on the outfit.
Nell just wears like a dark robe that looks kind of like you can move in it, but also like you could also sleep in it really well.
Well, just because you don't frequent a spot doesn't. I mean, you're in the Thieves Guild for fuck's sake. I feel like you should know everyone in the town and everybody what their business is.
Shall we get going?
I
Yeah,
start walking.
I agree. Let's go. We have enough to work with.
Okay. Ring the bell 4 times if you need me.
All right. Do we have any concept of where this is? Like, will we know how to start leaving? Like, do we know which direction to go?
Yeah. So as you guys are leaving, Nell kind of shows you a small map of the city and kind of does the "you are here" type thing, and picture that he shows you a rough black and white version of what's on the screen. And he shows you the 2 notable areas, which he goes, "The tavern is somewhere over here." And then the gate, obviously. And everything else that you need is mapped out.
Well, shall we go find a tavern?
I'm always in Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's head towards the area he pointed to.
Towards the northern end of Bright Hook.
Right hook.
Okay, so you guys walk through the town for a bit. As the cobblestones start to smell less like pee and more like fine, and you start to see more travelers, and you even see some people on a tour of the university over the summer, and a bunch of young wizards with their little books trying to, see if this is the right school to join, and
Fucking
see a
freshman.
couple. Basically, and then you see a couple like academics where they're wearing the nice blue and orange robes that Nell told you about, but
So
they either work for the
the
school
newer
or...
students wear different clothes.
It's like it's a picture like graduation where it's ones are more decorated than the others, but they're very very similar. Like the intro ones wouldn't have the hoods and the tassels.
Got it.
But takes about an hour to walk all the way from Ryland Road to the other side of where Bright Hook is. So I don't know if you guys want to look for anything on the way or
My
what your
stomach
vibe is, but-
hurts.
What's the matter?
I
Did
don't
you
know.
eat something?
Eat something.
You do eat.
No.
What good's the stomach?
Stomach. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm new here. I don't really. You think I need to eat something? I've
I look
not
at him
eaten
like this.
I've not
Like
eaten
this
since I woke up.
Since you woke up today, you haven't eaten anything?
Oh, it's been a couple days since I woke up.
Yeah, we'll get you something at this tavern.
Okay. Nell mentioned money or gold.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that. And as my understanding, you need that to get stuff around here.
I have a little bit, but it'll come out of your cut with interest.
Whose interest?
Mostly yours.
Oh, okay, that sounds good.
No, preacher, was it?
Yeah.
What would you say
Stratogo.
your skills are?
Well, I can steal stuff apparently.
Is that so?
I've done it before, once. I also this dagger. I don't know why I wear it, but it calls to me. I'm really good with people, talking to people and that sort of thing. My memory ain't what it used to be. I'll just tell you that.
We'll
Well, we're
see.
heading to the right place for a people person.
Oh, good. Maybe I can meet some more friends.
All right.
Ooh,
That's cool.
me likey.
So after
Show
about
off.
an hour of walking, you guys make it to the section of Bright Hook, and from signs and stuff, you do see what the Chunky Snapdragon. You see a sign that reads the Chunky Snapdragon, and it leads you.
Is it the sign of a little fat flower? That's a snapdragon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I still couldn't find it. I looked like while you guys were talking, I'm like, where did I put that? I had a better name.
Nope.
Right.
it's
If I
this
can't find
now.
something, I'm just gonna fucking generate it, and then we'll just have to make it canon. All right. So you guys get to
we've got
this
a
little
campaign
area.
where our company's still the Smooth Rovers, so it is just buckle it.
I mean, at one point the band was like, "Hey, let's make it the Red Hot Chili Peppers," and that sounded stupid until they were good as fuck. All right. You guys get to this little area. It looks more like at this part of town. You do start to see a sapphire eye around certain buildings, and like kind of near the gutters and stuff. And you would know that this is the Sapphire Watch territory. You guys come to this little, like a cul-de-sac, but it's like a cul-de-sac for a footpath. There's a well in the center, a couple little shops and stuff, but there you see, near the end of it, the Chunky Snapdragon. It's like a 2-story with a little spire to it. You see smoke coming out of the fireplace and lights on inside. At this point, maybe like 4 or 5 p.m. So still bright out, but the sun is starting to set.
If you'll excuse me, I seem to have forgot something, and I'm just gonna kind of fade back from the group and separate myself. I basically turn around after looking in my pockets, like doing like the. No, I'll meet you inside.
I enter. Fucking.
Okay.
I also follow suit.
I'll just bring up the rear. Yep, I'll be the last one in.
All right. So you 3 enter.
Yeah.
Stratogo?
I just kind of want to give it a few minutes, but then I'm just be looking at like the standard of people passing by, kind of getting the gist of what most of the crowd looks like.
Okay. Yeah. So as you're hanging out outside the tavern, you see a lot of locals.
And I wouldn't be right next to the tavern; it'd be like a few buildings down, kind of
Just
surveying.
So you notice a lot of signs for drinking, and you can buy hops from one of the shops. You see a lot of military folk kind of walking by, and from the map that Nell showed you, the military district's pretty close, so they could be just getting off of their shifts or something and coming in for drinks. And it looks like this is where the travelers to the city would stay. Like, not tourists, people visiting the school, anyone just crossing through.
Okay.
Less like a local spot, but more like a come-through spot. And like the military guys are going to come in and drink in this spot because it's closest, but they wouldn't live around here.
Yeah, and then like I said, I give them like 5 or 10 minutes for them to go in first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll linger doing this for that long.
Okay. And then you're just gonna come in after that.
My plan is to kind of get what the generic traveler is gonna look like, and then I'm gonna disguise self and go in.
Okay. So a couple of like the archetypes that you could disguise yourself as is either a military ward person.
I think I do traveler.
And then yeah, I would say that like a traveler, somebody, carrying pamphlets of the university
And then like if whatever the most common race I see, I'd make it look like
definitely human around this area. But
okay.
like in Ryland Row, you guys saw like a couple Dragonborns, elves, and stuff like passing through, and that's basically you can say like this is like a human rich area. So as you get down in the economic ladder, you're also gonna get more diverse in the races.
All right, yeah. So I have to wait 5-10 minutes, disguise myself as a average human traveler, and then I'll go in.
Okay. Is that just a disguise kit or disguise
No, it's a spell.
self? All right. So you kind of tuck like behind one of the markets that's selling hops and kind of go back and then just kind of quickly.
And I can kind of like change my height and my clothing, but if anyone touches it, it's an illusion and it won't feel the same.
Okay. And then you guys enter the tavern.
The Chunky Snapdragon.
So, Drekhar, was it?
Yeah, let's go get you something to eat. Me
I
too.
don't know how much you guys see of this.
Not
Very
a
little.
ton. The lighting is working.
Yeah.
It's a dark during the daytime tavern.
It'll make sense.
It looks like there's lights around the windows and
Yeah.
the fireplace. Oh, it's only windows generating. Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, it's up on the stream. Yeah.
Boom. There's you. There's you. There's you. I forgot to put other people in here, but there are people. I'm just not going to put them here. Let me grab tokens.
Oh, okay. It has more scroll down south.
Yeah, don't scroll down south yet. I forgot to hide that stuff.
Oh.
Looking for our tokens.
You can't see them yet? Hold on. Actually,
No.
This is
Do we have to pull them?
Get to give control, but this isn't going to work for the way that I have the stream set up. But we'll worry about that later. Let's just use
all right,
the
Mason,
stream
can
a
you
token.
see yours?
Yep, I'm there.
Can you see yours now? Can you see yours now?
Yeah.
All right.
I
You guys
saw-
are in the
I
tavern.
don't see mine.
Oh, you're not in there yet. I'll put you in once
Oh
you
yeah,
once
got
you,
it.
once you stumble in.
You might want to put the stream one in and like increase the view distance so they can see what's happening.
What?
The TG is what I'm capturing off of.
Oh. I'll just put you in. Fuck it. You see?
Yeah, you can see me. I don't have a light radius.
But the place should have light, right?
The place has light,
Yes.
but there's no light out from my character.
And I can see this whole room.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a light radius because it is daytime. But as you guys are
I
here,
have
I'm gonna
dark
start
vision
taking
as
it away.
well.
I know. I
Okay.
will do that stuff.
Okay.
You guys can see everything right now because it's light out. So as you guys enter, there's our bartender to the left of you in a short bar with a couple of stools, tables, fireplace where a couple people sitting on person sitting on each side of the fireplace. One's reading a book. The other seems to be scribbling something down. In the back, you see like down the hall a little, or like down the longer side of the room, you see a table where people are playing cards, and then a couple others are. You see a couple different races. The people playing cards are mostly in military wear. The guys by the fireplace, one looks to be reading. He's wearing, the book is the same colors as the university. Bartender sees you guys come in and goes, "Greetings, come, have a seat."
Yeah, I'll grab the preacher by the arm and bring him over.
All right.
So, you guys have food?
Yeah, of course we have food. Where are you from?
I would like some, please. Down
2
the
legs
road.
of roast mutton, one for me and one for this scrawny lad here. I might require another, but we'll start with that.
So the bartender's like cleaning a glass as you say it. So he goes, "I like your taste. I like your style."
You have whiskey.
Of course.
1 whiskey, please.
So this man. He's a male drow elf. Kind of cropped, wavy hair, white hair. Brown eyes, smooth, dark skin. Kind of short for a drow elf. He's 5'3". Pretty oblong, pretty elf. You could see that even with the glass in his hand, he was trying to gesture to you guys to talk, and it was taken away from his washing of the glass. He nods at the whiskey and the 2 orders of mutton
And an ale.
and an ale.
What is a whiskey and an ale?
2 whiskeys.
Boy, you
An
came
ale
into a
for- an ale
tavern
for
and
the
you don't
preacher
even
as
know what a
well.
whiskey is.
Should I?
Make it 2 whiskeys,
Alright.
please.
Whiskey's on the house. 1
Okay.
round.
I'll lean over to Drekhar and go, are they gonna pour the whiskey on this establishment?
It'd be a lot of whiskey. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
All right, so he goes over. There's a shelf behind him. He grabs a whiskey. 3 little shots here. He's not giving you sifters. He's 3 shots around the house, and then he goes back to you see a door to the north part of the bar, and he kind of peeks his head in and he goes, "Hey, 2 things of mutton." Oh, his accent's all over the place. And then slams the door and he goes, "All right, well, what brought you guys to the Chunky Snapdragon?"
Did
New to town.
Yeah. What
I
brought
start-
you here?
I slowly take off my gloves, and I like neatly like place them on top of each other onto the bar, and my left hand is wrapped with bandages, and my right hand is like the knuckles are just like scarred over. They don't have scales on them or anything. But yeah,
At this point, he's pushing the 3 shots to you, and then he goes to pour the ale.
yes, my friends here are new to town. Like I said, I just lived down the road. I was wondering if I left a key in here the other night.
You were in here the other night.
Yes.
Are you lying?
Yes.
deception.
Deception.
Do I just click on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta do.
I just click on the thing that says deception, right? To roll it.
Yes. Funny man. Well, why don't you drink this whiskey and see if you feel better?
I wait to see what everyone else is doing with it before I pick it up.
I'm gonna hang on to mine and wait on the ale.
Beer and a shot type of man.
I am going to
Old
take
orc
out.
trick I learned in my village.
I'm gonna take out one of my handkerchiefs and like place it on the bar, kind of like a placemat, like a tablecloth almost. I'll put my gloves on the left. I bring the whiskey shot to the right, and I go into my other chest pocket and I bring out this small like gold tray, basically just really small, and I light a cigarette. I just start like having my things just like neatly just on the bar.
Very ritualistic.
And I'll take the shot and I put it back on the right corner of my.
All right.
I see Indy do this, and I don't have the cigarette or the tray, but I do I'll take the shot and. Oh
Make a Constitution save.
God! Damn! This is. Oh.
Whiskey.
Oh. I need to make a Constitution.
Well, I mean, no, I was gonna say. I mean, that was fine.
Okay.
I was gonna do it to RP whether how well you took it, but
No, I did not take it well.
yeah, that was fine. Here's your ale.
Any fun things to do around town?
Oh, it depends on what you're interested in, really. I don't live around here, but worked here for a while. Could definitely be of some assistance.
Oh,
The sites. What are the touristy spots?
Oh, tourists. They all seem to be going to the university nowadays.
Really, to study or to visit?
Both, a little bit of both. Yeah, there's some hubbub going on over there. Trying to get some sort of award so they can get a teleportation circle. I don't quite keep up with it. I never was one for school.
Where was I?
can I get something to get this taste out of my mouth? Kind of
An ale?
asking both
No,
of
you've got
Bart-
the ale right there. Mine just showed up, and I'll pour my shot into there, and then drink half of what's there.
Yes.
Hmm.
You get a, as he's washing Indy's whiskey glass, you get a nod from the bartender. Yeah, at this point, Stratogo, you walk in. See your members at the
I'd sit at the bar.
well, there's one open seat.
Yeah, I'd go sit. I have drive control. Yeah, okay. So
Should
I'd go sit at the bar and good day, barkeep.
Greetings. How are you doing?
Just got into town looking for a room, place to stay. Got some business to get done.
Of course. What brought you into town? You know,
Well, I've got a business associate who. Well, it's the funniest thing. He seems to be. I can't see the map anymore, but I wrote it down. What's that part of town?
In the
Fancy area.
Trowel Point. Yep.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah. It's the craziest thing. He told me he's got a business operating in Trowel Point, or he lives there or something. I've lost the message, if I'm quite honest. But I went up there. There's a gate, so I just stopped at a tavern nearby. I'm trying to figure out how I can get in contact with him.
well, I mean that's a lie deception check is in order.
Correct.
Correct.
Hey,
There it is.
dirty as fuck.
Yeah, so I don't quite know. Probably just a residence. I don't think there's any businesses that run out of Trellin Point, at least. So I don't quite know.
How does a person not from the city get access to that area? I'm just trying to. If you say it must be his house, then he told me about, but I don't know how I'm supposed to meet him there.
Idri and Stratogo, with your passive insight, you do see as he keeps mentioning like the repeated mentioning of like, oh, how do you get in there? He goes like, well, like I mean, you'd have to find the right person, or I know people can get guest passes, but I mean that's purely you'd have to go into the main gate and get checked in and sign your name and all that stuff. But I've never been in there.
And if one were to not necessarily want to get on the books, my friend's a very discreet man.
Well, I would talk to your friend then. Would you like anything to drink?
Can I get another whiskey?
Gives you a nod from across the bar. And
I'd look around.
Neat.
Do I
The
see?
glass, please.
Is there any signs of sapphires or guilds or anything around? Or was
Make
there any
a-
on the outside of the building as I came in?
you saw. Make a perception check.
Okay. God, dude.
On the part where you came in from and kind of where you disguise yourself, you didn't see any of the sapphire eyes.
Okay. Barkeep, I kind of lean in. Can I tell you a secret?
You just pouring a whiskey for Idri, and his eyes kind of look over at you.
I've heard there may be a way to not worry about the main gate too much in this neck of the woods. But it's just a rumor, of course. Have you heard anything about this?
Passes the whiskey to Idri, walks
I don't-
back over.
I don't know it's Stratogo, right? Because he
I
disguised
look
himself.
nothing like my guy.
Okay, then I have no idea. I'm
I
listening
believe
in
you
though.
can. Was it investigation against your spell save or something?
No, if he came in like that, I just
Ibby
think it's
was
a random
looking
guy.
to try and discern.
Yeah. Okay. So he goes, pours the whiskey, walks it over to you, and then kind of see that he's looking a little kind of looking around the bar, looks at you, was looking at your clothing, and then goes, "What's your name?"
Terrence Willem.
Terrence. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
My name's Theodore.
I'll look over at him and say, "Well, Terrence, do you have a way into Trallum Point already? We're trying to get there too."
Oh, is that so?
I have a question. Do we have I have my ale and the mutton is here?
Yeah, so the mutton's not quite here yet. You do have the ale in front of you, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take a sip of it and just out of nowhere just blurt, "Well, this is a lot better than that. What was it? Whiskey? God damn, this is a lot better than that." And I'm going to town on it. On the ale.
I see you have company. Is there somewhere more private we could discuss? Sior Dnd? Sior Drie?
Yeah. Where did I have that? Too many tabs. I will copy. That's just how you spell his
I
name.
made a guess on how to
Beep, beep, beep,
spell
beep,
it.
beep, 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 beep,
I
beep,
wasn't that far off, except mine was an S.
He just looks at you and goes, Kenya.
Kenya?
Kenya. He didn't repeat it back to you, but he just said that word and looked at you.
I give him the nod.
Kenya, what?
I put 5 I put 5 gold on the tabletop, and I stand up and I walk out the door.
Takes the 5 gold and goes, and kind of looks with a disdain towards the door and puts it in the thing.
And I'll wait another 15-20 minutes. I'll drop disguise self and go back in.
Okay. During that time, Indy, this conversation, you would have seen that the bartender, with the repeated questioning of the entrance to Trallum Point, he has now been now he's a little less open to conversation, or that kind of he was in a friendly, personable mood, and then it was kind of like, wait, what the hell?
Do I take that he does know a way in, but is
That was just with your passive.
Oh, okay.
And did he
you
say that out
can
loud?
make a roll for it, but I'm trying to include passive stuff. So
Yeah, I'd like to make an insight if I could
Yeah, go
to
for
see if he is if he does know or
yeah,
he knows
so you picked up
somebody.
that he just got on edge with this conversation with. Yeah, and you'd see that he is definitely hiding something. He knows more about Trallum Point than he's leading on.
That's his name, Sir Dore.
Yeah, Seardori.
Dory.
And at this point, the door opens from behind the bar, and somebody comes, kind of a raggedy-looking human, comes out. And got some dirt, and he's like, "Oh, here's the mutton. Oh, thank you," and brings it over. One for Preacher and one for Drekhar.
Is it just like one huge piece of meat? I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay.
Mason, your mutton has arrived.
Nice.
I kind of wait to see what he does.
I'll clap him on the back with my free hand and then just chow in, just bite off as big of a piece as I can.
I'll take a very small bite. Is it prepared well? Does it taste good? Or is it like super dry and nasty?
I thought you were talking to Drekhar.
No.
Yeah, it's a good piece of meat. Not high quality, but from your understanding, I mean, it tastes delicious to you.
I start eating unhealthily fast. Like, to the point where I might make myself sick.
Like Kirby. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, basically, I'm just trying to get it, like, I'm just trying to get it in my body as fast as I can. I might be making a spectacle of myself.
Have you encountered food with a bone before?
I haven't. I have not.
It's just a thought. It's just a thought.
Make a survival check. This will be interesting.
The shortest lived character we've ever had in a campaign killed himself the first session by choking on a bone.
On a mutton bone.
As you're chomping down on it, you feel like, oh, okay, that's a bone. Don't do that. But you don't choke on it or anything. That was only going for the crit fail there.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad.
DC not crit fail.
Yeah. So at this point, as Preacher's chowing down, Drekhar and Idri, you see a man leave the bar in a little bit of a tussle.
This isn't Terrence?
Terrence already left. Now
Okay,
we've got Stratogo is back. What about the guy that's leaving, though? Is he tall, short? Is he...
Yeah,
I don't think I've come back yet either.
He looks for the most part nondescript. Taller, maybe 6 foot. Could be human. He was, but you just caught it at the side of your
Yeah, he's not a dwarf and he's not with the university. That's pretty much what I'm looking for.
Yep. Doesn't check either of those boxes.
I'll take one of each, please. One more of each.
Of the
I'll finish mine and say, while you're at it, one more here, and then slide my tankard forward.
Yeah, I'm getting another mutton and another ale.
And another whiskey?
At this point, probably yes. After seeing Drekhar do the little trick where he, did the Boilermaker.
Remember, you're paying me back for all this later.
Yeah, I don't understand that, though. Out of character, I don't understand what that means.
No, I'll say that to you, and then you'll just, oh.
Oh, yeah, in my interest, yes. It's in my interest, that's right.
As you guys are doing this, one of the guys from the table playing cards, military, kind of goes over to the empty seat and goes, yeah, I'll take a couple more rails.
I'll turn around and see if I can tell what table he came from. An empty chair somewhere that's been,
yeah, so as
shuffled.
you look, you could see people in kind of matching, for the most part, matching clothes. Picture, the vibe of, people working at a construction site, so wearing their dirty jeans and stuff from the job. They took off most of their stuff, but you can still, they all wore the same things all day.
Are they military?
Yeah. So they came from this table.
Alright.
So, around the corner, he said he came around this way, and... Stratogo, as you left You're going to walk down. You're walking down away from the bar a little bit.
Yeah, I just
away
want to
from the
tuck into
tavern.
somewhere out of sight so I can
Yeah,
change my look.
Make a perception check.
I want to find my proverbial telephone booth. I'm not convinced my perception is working right. I've rolled like 1 through 5 with these
That was a
numbers.
2 plus 3.
Yep.
And then my other
It's
one,
bad dice.
5. And then my first one, a 2. And then my one before that, a 4.
You're so
Just
edgy, you
stick
can't
with
see well.
deception, man. You can fucking fling those deceptions.
So you leave the bar and you start walking, and people are at this point the sun is just like cresting the tops of trees, and so there's still some sunlight, but it's a proper dusk right now. You're looking for a spot to change?
Just like a back alley to go in and drop disguise.
Are you trying to be stealthy about this?
I'd like to break line of sight with everyone so no one sees it happen.
Okay, roll a stealth check. Better.
His deck skills are pretty good. Wisdom,
There
not so
is.
much.
Okay. Doing my rolls. All right. So as everything was, people were passing and stuff, and you know,
I'm like,
the vibe's getting looser as you get through the night, and like you can tell people are drinking and being drunk around these areas is. It'd be weirder if you were sober, and as people are going by, you kind of bump into some people, and then you just tuck in an alley, and I'm assuming it just goes muted.
It's just a spell I can drop instantly, yeah. So
Yep.
I do that,
So-
and then I would like immediately change what I was doing to like leaning against a wall, like I was sitting there, and then maybe linger for a few seconds to see if anyone follows by. But then if no one shows up in maybe a minute or two, I'd walk back.
All right, make another perception check.
Basically, I'd be just acting like I was sitting there the whole time as Stratogo and not as the disguise.
So you see a bunch of people kind of, you know, going like the flow of the crowd, and then you see one person kind of look around and then keep walking.
Am I able to pick out any features?
Not
not
through
much.
the crowd.
Okay, so I did think that someone followed me, but I don't have much more.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I'd just linger for a few minutes and then go rejoin the team.
All right. So back into the bar. Theodore is getting 4 ales and puts them in front of the military guy. Flips a couple, a handful of silver on the counter here, and grabs them and goes, "Thanks, mate." Starts and then just looks at you guys and goes, "Oh, you're a strange bunch," and then but that's all he says. It doesn't look like he's turned off by it. Just like, interesting group of people. The half-orc awesome here, and Dragonborn sitting at a bar. It's like the start of a bad joke.
Yeah.
It definitely is the start of a bad joke. One of them chokes on a mutton bone.
Do they look like they come here often, or like are they regulars?
They look comfortable. He seemed like he had ordered those 4 ales at the bar. Like, the bartender saw him coming up and just started pouring one.
So you can't think of anything for us to go check out as new people to town.
Take a look at the school, or there's a fancy museum with some sort of thing that came through. It's very special. I don't know. I'm not into art that much. There's of course plenty of taverns to get drunk at. You could go for a nice hunt out in by Willow Rock. I don't know. What are you into?
Don't know. What are we into? What do you feel like doing today?
I'll look the barkeep straight in the face and say, art.
Okay.
Museum
Didn't
then.
picture you to be a man of culture. No offense. Yeah, there's like I said, a museum near the university.
What was that man doing who ordered the 4 ales over at that table? What is that?
He bought rounds for his friend's preacher.
No, I mean, what is going on at that table? I can see it from here, right?
Yeah.
It's a little around the corner.
Yeah.
You
You guys
know,
can see, I can hear the voices of people talking, and
you know how you don't have money,
Yeah.
then you can't do what they're doing.
Well, that seems a little unfair.
Well, we need to get you some money.
yeah.
Where
Around
can we
this,
get some money? I asked the barkeep.
he goes, "You don't have any money. How are you supposed to pay for these drinks?"
I'll slide my, I'll down my tankard and then slide it forth again and say, like, it's on me.
Okay.
With my interest.
I'll clap him on the back and say, good show. Good man.
Barkeep's kind of confused, but he's going back and even like opens the door, and you can hear him talk to somebody, and he shuts it and just kind of keeping him to himself now. But you guys do hear a couple cheers from the table over where the guy just brought the ales to.
Would I be showing up about now?
Yeah, I would say at this point you
So I'd come in
Slowly
and
walk in.
I'd look for them, and I'm kind of like, feeling like my bag and like readjusting stuff. And I'm sorry, I left something that I needed to retrieve. Have you had any luck?
Not yet. We're talking to this barkeep about where to go in town. But there was a lad here earlier said he had some interest in Trallum Point, but he's left since then.
How peculiar. Are we eating?
I'm about done. Our boy here, the preacher, has a look down at his scraps of bone left. He's done. Maybe he wants another, but I'm not made of money.
There's been a development. I believe we can move further.
okay.
I'll lean into Stratogo and say, I heard him, the barkeep told that strange man something Kenya.
Make a stealth check.
Were they able to hear it, or was it a whisper? I guess I don't. I
It was-
assumed he
it
was like
was-
whispering
I'm like
it into
leaning
my
in
ear.
just so that you can hear it.
No, I mean
Yeah,
when the bartender told the disguise
It was more
guy.
like of a whisper code word vibe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured he was like leaning in and telling.
Yeah.
I probably didn't hear it then.
Over the sound of preacher just chomping on bones.
And getting very drunk at this point.
But yes, there's been a development. I believe we can move forward.
Who are you talking to?
Just the group.
Okay.
Okay then.
Do tell.
Barkeep, I'd like to check out, please.
Okay. 2 whiskeys, no food.
Nope.
4 silver.
Force over. I'll give him a gold, and I'll wait for my change.
Yeah. Oh. Of course. And at first
Okay.
his eyes brighten up. He goes, "Wow, oh, change, yes."
No, I'll give him 3 silver. I'll
As a
keep
tip?
the 2. Yeah.
Okay. He gives you your change back.
I'll just put 15 silver on the bar and then walk out.
You cover
Stand
it.
up to leave, I guess.
Okay. Hope to see See you guys again.
I just.
Anyway.
I think I'm gonna be back. I had a good time in here.
You need money first, preacher.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting about that. By the way, Andy, what was that thing you
Andy.
you lit on fire and were sucking on? What was that?
Cigarette, tobacco.
Oh, what's that? Is that like ale?
Did you like the whiskey?
When I put it in the ale, it was better than straight
Well,
by itself.
This is basically breathable whiskey, and you can't dump it in an ale or it won't light.
Can I try one?
Yeah, and I put my gloves back on. I get the cigarette and I light it with my like a little spark from my lightning breath.
Ooh.
And I give him the cigarette. Now you suck in, breathe in to that end there.
Yeah, this time I do want to do the Constitution roll.
All right.
And see what happens.
This can't be good.
Take a. And you feel like a fire go all the way down your throat and into your lungs.
Yeah, these cigarettes don't have filters.
Yeah.
Looked a lot cooler when you were doing it.
Been doing it a long time, and I take back the cigarette and I
Yes, you did.
start smoking it.
All right. So, are you guys leaving the tavern?
Yeah.
It appears to be that way.
Okay. Where to? What would you guys like to do?
What time?
It is now pushing like the dinner time. You guys, I know some of you are just eating and stuff, but
Yeah, Stratogo said there was a
I-
development, so I want to
Yeah.
know what he has to
yeah,
say.
you see a couple people, like more people in military guard, kind of like like coming in and I'm gonna get the mutton.
Oh, the mutton's great, brother.
Well, he just high fives you. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. He puts his hand up, and I'm just like, I just put my hand up like this.
Yep, he slaps the shit out of it.
Cool.
So, how did it go in there?
We saw a few things. Like there's the guard apparently frequents there, and they like to play. Couldn't tell what game it was, but it seemed like they were playing cards.
I believe I've acquired a password.
I'll make it. Hold on, Drekhar. Let's do a fun. What's a fun check to what kind of cards they're playing? I don't even know.
Perception or
Insight.
Yeah, I mean,
insight?
so you don't know the game, but as you were leaving, you took a glance back, and everyone at the table had a card stuck to their head. Looked to be laughing and drinking more than actually playing, but they each had a card stuck to their head.
There's you can do checks of skills, and it seems like an intelligence check or just to know
Just
or
like
a
a
wisdom
straight
check.
check.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do.
yeah,
And,
you can't do that. I see it.
I think it might come up as a save if I roll it from here,
No,
but
you
I
can
don't.
click on the actual. You hover over the stats on the left. If you hover over the name.
Oh yeah, that's it then.
Okay.
Probably
That's what I was
wisdom
looking
if
for.
been around the block or something like.
Yeah,
knowing
you just
the...
do intelligence check. You saw cards in their head.
Yep, cards. They were playing cards.
Yep. You guys leave. Who has a? Everyone but Preacher. You notice the guy who you guys saw leave in a hurry is across where the well is, standing by the side of another building, and he sees you guys leave, and it looks to be watching you.
Is he standing outside like the red top or the purple top building?
Basically, yeah, the purple.
Ooh.
Does
like, great.
does he look like the guy who I saw go and look around? Or am I able to make that connection?
Yeah.
And we notice him looking at us, watching us.
Mm-hmm.
I would quietly
I'll walk up to him. I will
Oh.
walk up straight to him.
Okay.
As so you guys are probably like, this is probably maybe even, I know this says 30 feet, but think more on the lines of like almost 80 to 100.
Okay.
And as he sees you guys walking over, he fades into back here, and he seems to disappear.
That scared him off.
Preacher, you didn't see what they saw.
I think we're going to be followed.
Why don't you go follow him? We'll meet at the museum.
Well, we want to get some information on this dwarf, Alfior. We need. What time is it? So it's past.
Like
It's
7.
almost dinner.
Yeah, about 6:30.
Okay, is this the end of the week or no?
Midweek.
Okay, so
I'm
he's already
fine.
gone.
Yeah, he's already in.
So let's go see if we
Trallum
can
Point.
find a way into Trallum Point that wouldn't be. It's nondescript.
I think that is a not terrible approach. I believe I may have acquired a password, but I don't know the extent of the power of this, if it can get to just one person or more than one.
Man on the inside better than none. Let's give it a shot. We should find a guard and see if he knows what it means.
I think I'd just go try it. I think it may be easier to just use the password and see if it works. If not, I think... Did it seem like he was trying to trap me, the guy, when it happened? If I'm, like, thinking back on it, could he have given me a password that, like, says, arrest this motherfucker?
Make a wisdom check. Straight wisdom.
I don't know where to click.
You just click the word from the stat. There you go.
So it looked like when he said it, and he was with you when he said, where is it? Kenya. And then when you nodded, that's when he went. Like, you didn't have the right response to what he said in order.
So we've got to find somebody.
Like, so when he was with you and then came in, crept close, said the first word, and then when you just nodded and gave him money, that's when he was like, all right. And then he was like, you're bark, like.
Oh, so would I have noticed that? I guess, yeah, I didn't think about it till now, so probably not. We may need
That's
to
what you
follow
noticed.
that man.
You noticed that.
I
That was
believe.
when
You've got the
interaction
call.
went
We need to
forward.
find out the response, basically.
I think that I've tipped them off. We should maybe follow that man.
Do I see him moving about still?
He went through the line of houses and could be anywhere back there.
Could we maybe follow his footprints? Is it wet mud or sand or dirt or?
Mostly dirt
Dirt.
and misplaced stone.
All right,
Well,
Andy.
let's just head off in the
Take it
way that
easy,
he ran
Andy.
and see if we can see him.
That shit is funny, dude. Andy, that's
Well, I'm drunk and I've never been drunk before. So what do you want me
so
to do?
fucking funny. No, I love that.
Yeah, let's try and pursue him.
Okay. You guys head in the direction he went.
Without, like,
And-
running or anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just following at this point because I'm pretty hammered, I guess.
I believe I missed up some kind of key phrase to allow the password.
You guys go through a couple like between two houses, and you can see inside a couple of the windows people making dinner and stuff, and go through a couple.
Oh, look, they're cooking mutton.
Go through a couple different alleys, and then slowly like start to like less busy with people, and make a survival check to track.
That
Everybody,
sounds right.
I'd like to look around and see what I think look like escape routes or anything like that. Markings.
Okay, you can make a perception check. Anyone who's tracking, make a survival. Anyone who's
Yeah, I'm looking for marks on the buildings and stuff that would signal escape routes or anything.
perception.
Hey, I'm drunk and I see things.
Here come the rolls now. There we go.
Decent.
With perception or survival?
Yeah, well, so Stratogo's looking for different. He's not looking for the person. He's looking for different escape routes and markings
Oh,
and
then.
stuff.
So survival is the track, the guy?
Yeah. So, Preacher, as you're looking through mutton and you dream of being able to eat something again for the first time, and you do see some footsteps throughout the dirt, and they seem to go up and around a corner to the left, probably 25 feet up.
Can I get a good idea of like what the specific footprint looks like with that high of a roll?
It matches maybe at like a size 10 boot,
Okay.
maybe 10 and a half.
Nothing. It doesn't say like Sketcher on the bottom of it or anything
No,
in
no, no.
particular.
The
Okay.
wear marks from his
Yeah.
heels from the days of line dancing.
I guess what you notice with it is like you didn't see many of them. It looks like he has a pretty light step, but one spot you see a heel, and it looks pretty fresh. And Stratogo, you see a couple more of those blue eyes on a corner of buildings, and you're looking for escape routes. Yep. So you see a couple alleys, and then it looks like now you're getting into like a business area where people aren't really hanging out in, so it's kind of more dead, and darker, so like you would head that way.
Now's the time to say if you have a set of skills that would involve tracking and capturing a person.
Tracking? No, but I could probably talk them into just
I look
about
directly at the
anything.
two big motherfuckers.
I still
I'm
chimed
pretty
in.
good with capturing. Tracking
muted,
is
Mason?
okay. More
Am
for
I
wild
muted?
game.
I'm muted.
I can catch up to him if I see him.
Alright, so the plan is Indy to go and we'll follow.
Okay.
And I'll move a little bit quicker than them. I have a 40-foot walking speed.
Okay, so you guys come to a clearing. And seems. Hold on. All right.
The Roll20 low screen says opening a planar transport.
Can you
I'm gonna run to the washroom real quick. I'll be right back.
What's everyone's? This is the time to know, for me to know what kind of vision you have.
can you give the TG a character, and then I'll just move that one as mine. It doesn't have to be a sheet, just that, and I can put the picture up on it.
Yep, I'm just gonna give him your character.
Okay, that works perfectly.
don't have it in my sheet, but I'm pretty sure Asimir has dark vision. Let me
I
check.
believe you do. I don't. I think it's 60 foot, and then 30.
It
Like
is-
after
Yeah,
the amount of
after
time it gets
that.
dim.
Yeah, after.
So if you can tell me both those things.
Let me look on my D&D Beyond real quick because it's not in my character sheet.
And Mason, I think you have dark vision too. Do you know what yours is? Okay, oh, it's the same. So 60 feet, darkness. If it were dim light.
You can see in darkness shades of gray up to 60 feet, is what mine says.
Alright, advanced. I think we just do that, because that's the dim light part. Can you see anything, Mason? You're muted.
All black for me.
Okay, I'll use
Same.
the other setting then.
Have you revealed a portion with the reveal fog of war?
There we go. They gave me a lot.
You got
seems
60 feet, bud.
Yep.
Oh lordy, that's a lot.
Who's got?
Oh, so we're not supposed to say anything?
It's just dark around here. A lot of closed businesses. Do you have dark vision, Indy?
No.
I'm gonna give
At
you
least I don't think so.
about that so you can see something. Clay, you have dark vision?
Yep, 60 feet.
So that's the marching order for now.
Yeah, Dragonborn do not have dark vision, so if he needs to light a
Yeah.
torch or something, then he can.
So it's dark around here. Indy, where Preacher kind of pointed, you took off running and you're leading the pack, but you can't really see too much of what's around you.
Okay.
Or it's not too much. It's not total nighttime yet. I'll give you that much.
Okay.
You see a bunch of businesses, but no activity. This looks like a little business quarter. You see a couple signs. Some of them read. One reads the puny stag. Another one looks
If
to
it's
say,
pretty low activity, could we tell if I want to do a survival check to see if there's any fresh tracks like that are running by?
survival. So you see maybe about 10-15 feet ahead of you after Preacher already said up here to the left. You're taking this little path between two buildings, and then another 20 feet, maybe you're right. Around. Oops, that's not pointer. That's pointer. Right around here, you see a couple of footsteps leading from here to there.
All right, I'll just follow him around.
All right.
I'll sit like right behind him, or right next to him, I guess.
Yeah, I'd stay maybe 10, 15 feet back from those guys. But
I don't want to move my guy because I just saw that it moves the vision too.
Yeah, you can move. You can't see through that building, so just pretend that you can't see through that building.
Okay.
Okay. I do have
Um,
X-ray vision, just
Up to 60 feet?
up to 60 feet of
Okay.
solid mass.
Do you have a torch lit, Danny?
I do have a torch, but I'm not gonna light a torch.
Okay. It would improve and colorize my vision if you did, but I can see regardless.
That's all we need.
So do we go up around to the left then? Is that where the
Hold
tracks
on.
lead us?
Let's take a. So as you come up, you see the figure you've been tracking. Right here, and he turns around and looks at you guys. Takes off his hood, and then just pulls out a. What does he have? pulls out a short sword. Roll initiative.
But no, first I asked if he had had the mutton yet.
He drew his short sword at you.
Man, he must really hate mutton.
Get in there.
We're rolling initiative.
Dang, you guys are fucking going.
Not me.
It said no token was selected. I don't know what that means.
Just roll it again. I don't know. Maybe click on your token and then roll it.
Okay.
I don't know. It didn't give me the error that time, but
20 plus. Mason? Oh, you went away?
It was a 19 plus 2.
Okay. Then 8. What do you guys have?
I have an 18. Indy has an 18, so whoever's the higher dex goes. So it's probably him.
Says it's you.
That's it.
You have a +3.
That's just on initiative.
I'm just gonna put
it's not
Stratogo,
dex. I only have 14
Stratogo,
dex.
Indy, and then
I was at a 10.
Yeah,
Yep.
initiative is one of the only things you can't crit fail in the game. So if he were to have that actual crit fail, it would still be a 4.
right.
Well, I took my first one, but I thought maybe you were using the auto-generated list, which would I think I had to select my second one for it. But
Oh, I am not using that actually. Is there one?
well, because it said I wanted to send the results of this to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected. So there is a turn tracker somewhere.
I don't think I have it.
Yeah, I didn't get a notification. I just rolled like a normal stat check.
Check the left side little tab thing.
Yeah, I don't see one.
Okay.
Anyways, this is where you guys are. Each thing is 5 feet. Each square. You can't move through the
Black lines.
the black squares. This is a handmade map that I just made right before this because I didn't know you guys were gonna go this way. And here's the battle arena. So in front of you, Mason, you see what?
Am I first?
Yeah, you're
You
in
can
top
take
order. You
light.
see,
So just
Interrupted.
the guy in front of me that drew a short sword.
he turned, drew his sword, and did like a neck crack thing. Like
So
he was on the run from you guys, but getting to a point where he had to turn in.
Yeah, I still want to like try and run up and rough him up. Not trying to like, oh, it's initiative, it's battle time. I'm gonna rage.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like run towards him because he's, from what we can tell, he's our guy, right?
He's a guy that
We've decided is our guy.
The same one that we
Yeah.
saw across the street.
that's
Okay.
it's that guy.
We want to talk to him, so I'm just gonna move I'm just gonna run towards him, but I'm gonna use my standard action to dash, and it lets me take another move.
Okay. So you can move. Yeah. Muted.
Or sorry, I was muted. I can get up to him, but I can't actually do anything after that, and just try and say, "Hey, we need to talk to you."
Okay. Do you charge up? At this point, you hear a whistle, and around the corner, Bandit comes over. He has 30 foot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he dons. He has a crossbow in his arms. Sees you run at him. whistle and doesn't take a shot, but kind of just. It's, maybe I rolled initiative too early, but I did want to cliffhanger it as I went to go get my beer, which I left downstairs.
You hate to see it.
And he looks at the cannon.
I'm just like, where is that thing that I had? Okay. But yeah, tensions are high. We'll kind of use initiative order to kind of gauge this, but nobody's
Okay.
taken a swing yet.
Who's
And
up?
this guy.
This guy's up.
He puts his short sword up to you and goes, "You're messing with the wrong group."
So you were watching us in the tavern, and now you just ran. All I want to know is what you're so scared of.
I watch everything. That's what I do. What do you?
You'll tell me. You'll tell me who you work for and why you watch the streets.
Okay.
I can do like an intimidate check, or he can just shrug it off, and I don't know.
Yeah, make an intimidation check, and then we'll see how this plays out from here. 20. What's it? Intimidation versus?
It's like kind of a DC set by you. Pass, he like just doesn't care, and fail, he does whatever you. He's intimidated. Slightly, majorly, depends on how much I beat the DC by. Natural DC is like 10, and I rolled a 19 on my check. So.
Yeah, the way I see it is like everyone could be intimidated differently, so I just did a roll based on one of his stats, and he seems to go and kind of size you up and.
If his reaction is to attack me, like he's a cornered whatever, then so be it.
His eyes are kind of darting from side to side, and he gonna use his bonus action to disengage and move over. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
Next one.
We got a runner.
And he starts taking off. And he doesn't like a two-fingered whistle, which I can't do. And
Is this similar to the first whistle, or is it distinctly
this
different?
one's the first one was like a I can't whistle, but like a hello. Yep, thank you. The next one's like a
like a okay, all right.
I like
Clear
Kirby's
signal, yeah.
explanations and whistles.
hello.
Hello.
All right, and so he bonus action disengages, uses his movement to get to there, and then he's gonna turn around, and his action, I'll say, was to do the whistle. He didn't like how you could tell. So Mason, from your understanding, is with your intimidation check, he didn't seem like he wanted to give up information about his boss or
Why he's doing what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah. That he is gonna take his chances with being able to get away from you.
Whose turn is it?
Oh, sorry. I'm
Predator.
gonna do this. Ooh, no, I can't do that. You guys will see things.
You'll see things that will not need to be seen.
Do that. Do GM. So it is Stratogo's turn.
Oh, put the preacher in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, you're at the bottom, preacher.
I'm always the bottom.
Hey.
Nice.
Power bottom.
Yep.
So I saw Drekhar run off into the darkness.
Okay. Yeah, it's just outside of your radius, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cool. I can't
Barely.
even see Clay anymore.
I've never seen the enemy.
You have dark vision. You would have seen him run out back around that corner, I think.
I don't. I see this guy. It's the only person I've seen
Right.
the whole
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Is that him?
Yeah. So if you can see him, I can't. I see a weird like
I can see
culmination of everything.
I can see him
So you had just seen him run out, and he has these.
from
you
the
see
same
glimpse
area
of-
that I saw Drekhar disappear into. I saw this motherfucker run out of.
Yep.
Okay, that's probably enough. I'm going there. I see this building and I see this guy on this bearing. I'm gonna take off running too.
All right. How much movement was that?
That was 30.
Okay.
I would like to hold an action. I want to grab a dagger, flip it upside down, hold it by the blade, and if I see a motherfucker down this bearing, I'm gonna whip it.
All right. It is now in your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I'll end up there. I see this guy. I see this guy right here. Is that our guy there?
Yep.
Then I will bonus action Step of the Wind point.
Okay.
Get up to him. Kick him in the back of the head.
All right,
Super
make
chill
a-
kick to the back of the head.
Make an attack. That hits. Roll damage. Oh,
Yeah.
so when here's a good learning thing for roll 20. So when you hit and roll damage, just click on the name unarmed strike. It'll do the second part of the roll.
That's what I did.
Oh. Okay.
On
seems
the,
crazy.
On the dice part?
In the chat log,
In the chat log.
click the words unarmed strike underneath your attack roll.
Oh,
There
there
you
you
go.
go.
Yep.
There you go.
And if you
And-
crit, it will automatically do it for you.
Yeah. That's pretty
It'll double the
interesting.
dice. Yeah.
And then
Um,
with that hit, I will use another key point, Stunning Strike.
Okay.
Has to make
We got a monk team.
He has to make a what?
a Constitution.
Okay. Ooh. That one.
He stops moving.
Okay. Come up. See him do like a jump up and just whap, like a whip
Yeah.
kick to the back of his head, and it takes him to the ground.
You
Good
weren't asking,
God.
mate. And I put
love that.
I put my foot on his head.
All right. From behind, you see. Well, you don't unless you have the radius.
I don't see anything but him and Drekhar.
You see, the man sees this attack. You see him with a a longbow. He's kind of got some nice armor though, and going to make a roll. Like I need to hide all my rolls from you guys. The 3D dice just goes bounces around. 18 to hit plus 4. Damn, 22.
Plus 4. Oh, 22. It hits,
Yep.
but I'm also going to use my reaction deflect missiles.
Okay. Yeah, it's a long bow, so it reaches back and lets one rip at you. And what's deflect missiles?
So damage is reduced by 1d10 plus my dex plus my level in monk.
Okay, so if you want to do that roll, I'll roll the damage here.
Is deflect missiles? Did you make your character with the character mancer
Character
in
mancer.
roll 20? When you get a new guy, you can use the character mancer.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, it's like it'll help. It just helps you make a guy by filling in blanks instead of doing everything from
Oh
scratch.
yeah, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
So it
and
hits
it
you.
might have it in the skills section. You might actually just be able to roll it. Maybe.
I think
But yeah, it was a D10 anyway. I think is what you said, right?
Yeah. The d10 plus. That's my roll plus. Dex plus my level, so 12 damage reduced.
Yeah. If your dex is 2, then that checks out.
Sorry, what? So you reduce by 7?
I reduced it by 12. I just,
12.
yeah.
So as you just do kick and you're stepping on his head, you hear the whizzing of an arrow through the darkness, and you grab the arrow.
Okay, and if I reduced it to 0,
Yep.
I can spend another key point to make a ranged attack.
Please.
And just whip it back.
Yeah, so.
So it did 6 damage. So yeah, you did.
Oh,
yeah.
boy. This is good.
And I'm
So,
going
yeah, you
to
can-
throw it. So I think it's a dex.
you can't see
gonna-
him though, can you?
I think he's probably just at the end of it.
If,
No, I don't see him
do you
actually.
have disadvantage
So
or something?
instead of at him, I'll just whip it at the guy under my foot.
Oh. Okay. I think prone and advantage if you're that close.
It's
Probably.
it
Disadvantage on range
it
for
is
prone.
yeah, range attack.
But he's
And
right
from
above him.
being
I'm
in
giving him
melee.
like,
That's up to you.
advantage.
Yeah. that's
Yeah,
up to you.
advantage. Your foot's on his throat.
Yeah, just roll 2 dice, 2d20.
Oh, nice. Plus 4 though. 13.
You rolled 2 9s. Holy shit.
Yep.
13.
13.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, and then I'll just use a d4 plus my dex. Plus dex is 2, so 6 damage.
All right, so the arrow comes, you go, and then just whip it down, and it sticks into the side of him. And
Go on then, toss me another.
I hope that arrow was poisoned.
Hold on, I need to write down hit points. Okay, he is that now. Okay,
What a turn.
next. Yeah,
That
that
was a
was my
strong
turn. That
turn.
seemed fun. The other bandit turns the corner here, and he has a crossbow. He's going to shoot as well.
Oh.
You just need to make that copy. Thank you. 10 plus 13?
13 misses.
13. This arrow. You hear the little louder, a touch louder than that longbow that was just going, and this bolt just flies over your head and hits the building to the left. Of you.
That was close.
Preacher.
I'm gonna move up. I gotta read something real quick. Okay. So I see these arrows flying from around this corner. Gonna move 4. Oh, that I have to stay within. So I come around this corner, and a bright light starts shining behind my shades, and the dagger around my neck also starts to glow, and I
Okay.
conjure my spiritual weapon,
Okay.
which takes the shape of an anvil.
All right. We need to get a token for that, so write that down for next time. But
Okay.
Cool.
Let me read this. I'm not sure. I think it's a bonus action to cast it.
just
What's
click
spell,
the spell
please?
real quick if you want. Spiritual weapon.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. I
Whoops.
think.
Is that right? I guess that's the attack. That's the attack
Yeah,
roll,
that's it
not
attacking. I think I can look it up real quick.
I think it's a bonus action to actually cast it. And then I don't know if it's a action or a bonus action to attack with it.
As
What
a
are you
bonus
trying to do?
action, you can move it.
It has a 30-foot
Casting
no,
time,
it's-
one bonus action, yes.
Spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can hit right away with it too after you cast it.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit just the closest guy to me.
So as you come out from where you were, now you see to the left, guy in kind of heavier armor, but just shot a long bow, and he seems to be putting it on his back at this point. And then you see the spy underneath the foot of Indy, and then a couple other smaller figures with crossbows in their arms.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hit the guy with the who's putting his long bow away in the face with my anvil.
Okay. And just for the sake of having no token, let me do this.
Okay.
So you can control your anvil. Oh, I didn't tint.
Within 30 feet, or is it 60 feet? I think it's 30 feet.
So you.
It is 60 feet.
You can cast it at 60 feet, and then as a bonus action later on, you can move it 20 feet.
Okay. And then do I still get an action if I decide to attack with it?
Yes, you do. It just
Twice.
can't be a spell.
It just can't be. Okay,
Well, it
so
can be a
Or
spell,
it can,
it can be a
cannot be a
cantrip.
first level or higher spell.
Right,
Yeah.
it could be a
okay, it
cantrip.
can be a cantrip. Okay. So then let me look at my cantrips real quick.
So that this roll here was your attack with it.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's 2 bonus actions to cast it and to attack with it, right?
No,
Well, I think
it's-
you can-
The first
like-
one happens automatically,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then later on, if you want to use it again, you have to use your bonus action. It lets you move it 20 feet and attack with it.
Okay, 16.
So it's already
Hold on. So 17, it does hit. So you guys see like Preacher's eyes and dagger go kind of like a white and then
golden.
gold, and then this golden anvil just starts to form out of thin air above the guy with the longbow. He kind of looks up and then just goes and falls out.
Yeah, Looney Tunes shit.
And then I get an action as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna toll the dead.
Those the dead.
Okay.
That requires a wisdom saving throw on his part. Let me switch back over to my character sheet and do that.
Yeah, he's got to roll it from the guy.
Does he have to roll it first, or
Yeah, he makes a wisdom save.
But do I go ahead and roll the?
No, you don't have to roll damage unless he fails.
Okay.
What's your spell DC?
It's 13. I believe. Let me check. Yeah, 13.
Oh, so I gotta roll. Wait. Boom.
Right.
15.
It's a pass. So he takes nothing.
Okay, and then do I have to I only have to maintain eye shot with the attacker, right? If I go out of sight from the actual weapon itself, it still stays there, correct?
Yeah, you don't even have to maintain eyesight. You don't have to maintain visual. It's just as long as you're maintaining concentration. But if you take damage, you'll have to make concentration checks to keep the spell up.
Okay, well then I'm gonna take the rest of my maneuver to fall back a little bit. I think that's right.
Yeah, you have 30 feet, I think.
Yeah, I moved 20 and then just
Yep.
10 now.
Back 10. Okay. All right, back to the top, Drekhar.
I'm gonna chase down our main guy here. I'm gonna stand. Can I run to here? I'm kind of like in the wall, but I didn't know. Okay.
So yeah, picture the overhang is like you're now kind of part underneath the side of the building, but you can make it there.
Yep, it's 25 feet for me to get here, so I'm just gonna stay on the other side of him, and then clearly we're under attack from other. I can see everyone else within 60 feet attacking the rest of our team, so I'm gonna like get a little mad. I just want to talk to this guy.
I'm gonna get a little mad, he says.
Is that code for raging?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on my rage.
He's not
Get a
mad.
little
He's
mad.
disappointed.
That's super rage.
It's not barbarian rage, barbarian
Disappointment.
I love it.
All right, so it gives me a little bit of extra damage if I do manage to hit him.
Oh,
yeah,
you're
he's
playing
prone.
into this guy.
He's
Good
prone, so I
advantage.
mean, I'd say advantage.
Yeah, that is. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna roll twice. I'm gonna pull out my maul. Try and splat him.
Ooh.
The
Oh
3
boy!
dice
I'm gonna
was
roll the
sitting
other
on
one
2.
just for posterity. But
Yeah, I
yep,
saw the 3
there's a
dice.
crit on the guy
He
here.
was sitting on 2, and he goes, "No, 20."
That was kind of that was pretty sweet. So
Okay,
I think it'll roll the dice correctly for if you just imported my character from a Squeaks campaign. I
did,
had it all
yeah,
set up,
yep.
so I'm just gonna roll
Yep,
the damage
yep.
from the crit. That's not right. It's supposed to be 4, 5, and 2. So the bottom part is rolling. It's supposed to roll only 3D or no, that is right. I rolled 2d6 and then I rolled a 4 and a 5. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's too high, so I'll have to edit it a little bit. So and then it's only supposed to do 2 plus. It's supposed to do 8, and then it did it again for the rage damage. So 8 plus 9 plus 3 is 20 damage.
Okay. You breach your maul up over your head, and the thunder and lightning when you're it happens when you're raging.
Yes, I do extra
you're
thunder
disappointed.
damage while I'm raging on every attack, and then I get 1d8 extra lightning damage once per turn.
Okay, so it felt like a clear sky for the most part. I mean, a couple clouds, but right when you bring your hammer up to the apex of, you just like a crack, like, and in that flash of lightning, your maul is already like once the flash goes away, like it's struck him in the chest, and he just spits up like a bunch of blood, and you hear some cracking in his ribs, and he is within. He is at the edge of death.
Nice.
He has 1 hit point.
I don't, and I've done everything. I'm done.
Dang, a crit rage is some damage, even at level 3.
That's some real stuff. Yep. First attack coming out the gate.
Hell yeah. We had an arrow throw from the monk and then a crit.
That was pretty sweet too. Arrow catch and then throw.
Yeah. Okay. I'll save for this guy. Okay.
I gotta go pee again. I'll be right back.
This bandit, he is only gonna move to. Actually, not gonna move at all. He gets range to hit you. He's gonna do a shot. Just and its detail, like D&D Beyond, like encounter builder is amazing. It is fucking handy. All right, shoots at 20. So 23 to hit on I guess you can't really see Drekhar right now, but Indi.
23, yeah. It's as fuck.
Okay. Roll damage. 8. Nine damage.
On damage.
So you hear another clack of the crossbow and right into the side of your like hip.
Oh.
Into
And-
Andy.
Yeah. And then he's after that he's gonna run this way. And then now it is Stratogo.
You're muted.
Oh wait, no. It's the guy on the ground. It takes half movement to stand up, right?
Yes, correct.
And then he's gonna.
Doesn't he have a boot on his head?
He's
Yeah,
stunned.
but-
He's not
technically
been
wasn't-
explicitly
yeah.
grappled.
No,
Oh,
he's
right,
stunned. He's
okay.
stunned.
He can.
Oh.
Can he stand up?
No, he's stunned.
He's
he
stunned.
can't move.
So he just skips his turn, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You
No
you see
action.
him. Here's what he does in his turn.
I said stop moving.
So as I sit there looking down this alley with my dagger, and no one seems to come by. I can't see
It's
anyone
become-
still.
Yeah, it's become just a little too long. You're like,
Yeah, I'm like,
You
okay,
heard
I
it.
gotta go. This isn't right.
And the lightning
Yeah.
bolt just happened over the roof of the building.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use half my movement to at least just get here. Okay. I see two guys on top of someone on the ground who looks like they're fucked. What is this guy? What's
he's like a
and I see a golden anvil.
Yep.
And this whatever
see a
this
golden
guy
anvil,
is.
and then that guy. He's got some armor. Is just putting his longbow away, and
He's about to leave.
it doesn't look like he is on the run yet.
Okay.
He
Um,
did just get smashed by an anvil, though. So
He
I
got
like to think
smashed with
he's
the golden anvil, and like it hit him, and he
kind of
lost
like
his balance, and it
Wile E.
rolled off his back.
Coyote accordion.
Yeah. Pretty cartoon-like.
I'm not sure. Oops, I'm trying to look at spells. I hate the. God damn it.
You can look at him in the spell thing.
That's where I'm at, and that's what happens when I click on it.
Click on the little gear to expand.
Yeah, I did.
Or there's a handy app that Mason had me download. It's called
Spellburn or
Burned.
yeah.
Sorry, I should have thought of this before. I'm just gonna move. So another 15 here. Come
Into
up,
your next too, so think about.
and go. We need him alive. And then I like touch Drekhar, and then I point to the other ones. There's plenty more to hit.
Well,
And
we
I'm
need
gonna-
this
I'm
one
gonna-
specifically.
Gonna give you a bardic inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna get.
I'm
give
giving
him
I
you
inspiration.
can't really
Drekhar.
understand anything right now. I can't really understand.
That's
anything
why
right
I
now.
said
My brain
hit
ain't-
and pointed.
Yeah.
And I'm giving him. I'll give you one of my inspiration.
Can I do like a insight check? Like if I fuck this up, then I'll probably kill a guy. But but can I understand what Clay means?
Yeah, if you want.
Oh,
That
boy.
wasn't a crit fail.
Hit hard.
Yeah, and then pointed. That's all we need.
It was a pretty simple command. Hit more there. Yeah, I'll give you an inspiration. I think that's a bonus action for me to do. Yep. And I can I grapple this guy?
Yeah,
I think
for you,
that's
if you have an
action.
action left.
I have an action. I'm not good at it. I'll try and hold him down though.
Yeah, athletics versus athletics check. That's what we always do. Yeah.
Yeah, and he is stunned, so I'm trying to.
Just maybe roll with disadvantage.
You may just let him be grappled, but then he can break it with an athletics
Yeah.
versus athletics. So I may get the grapple, but just because he's unstunned, or I don't know. You're in charge.
Yeah, I'm trying to sling strike. Blah. There it is. Stunned. I just want to read the condition. Incapacity, can't move. Automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls have advantage, so I was right. Alright, yep, 14. Roll with advantage, then he'll roll athletics as well.
Ooh.
You're unable to.
I mean, it's not my wheelhouse. But yeah, that's just.
No, I'm gonna say just because he hasn't had his full turn of stun yet. Wait, yes he has.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he's not. You're grabbing onto him and he's kind of just jujitsuing his way around you, like, oh, get away, and you're unable to grab him.
All right.
All right, Indy, you're up. This guy.
Okay.
He's not stunned. He's beaten with a mace and within an inch of his life.
Come on, mate. Come on.
He just got shot.
I start to grab him and like turn him to me, and like I grab his like face like this. Like, you're gonna do great. And I like slap him on his face. I make sure he's disarmed. As like this will be my action. Just like him looking at me, make sure he's disarmed.
I have a
And
question.
then
Can we do attacks with like the intent of not killing?
Yes.
yeah, and you just have to say it.
Non-lethal damage. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I should have just done that, but that's okay. Now I know.
Yeah,
And
so that's an
then-
option. I read it in the rules. Like, if you're going, you can do it.
Like I could have just like kicked him in the face and knocked him out the rest of the
if you
way.
would have hit, you could have. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Carry on.
I sit him up against the building here.
Okay.
Like, are you okay? You good?
Roll a check that resembles what you're trying to do.
Let's see. I don't know. I'm just talking to him. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's up to you.
Like
if he wants,
persuasion or
I
just
can
like
do a
charisma.
persuasion. I can do a charisma, sure.
Like, if that's the vibe, or you're trying to intimidate him, like, hey. As you sit him up, he just spits in your face now that he's like dying or he's really,
there's blood
really
in his
hurt.
mouth too.
Yeah.
Just got blood in your face.
Then I will bonus action hit him to knock him out.
Okay, roll your attack.
Oh,
21
good lord.
definitely hits. How do you want to knock him out?
He spits in my.
Spits at you.
He spits in my face, and
Yeah.
since he's like sitting up, kind of, I like get up, like kind of wipe it, and I just slap him with his blood on my hand.
Yes.
All right, he's incapacitated.
Whack! Dude, that's great. I love that.
All right, is that end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay. This dude just got hit with an anvil. His bow has
The Wile Coyote.
good range. He's gonna drop back. Let me see if he's in range.
Muted
is.
Mason. I don't know.
Yeah, he's gonna try to shoot the half orc because he's the biggest threat right now. Ooh, yeah, that probably is gonna hit. 24, 23.
You're muted, Mason.
Was that a yes? I'm
Yeah,
assuming?
that has to be a yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I forget I'm on. Yeah, that gets me. He beats my AC by 9.
It's just a small hit.
7 damage.
Okay.
So it's halved,
Yeah, that's
isn't it?
Okay.
Is your
Right. I
raging
have resistance to physical, so I take 3.
It is piercing damage.
Is it rounded up or rounded down?
I take half rounded down.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, and then
So 3 rounded down is 2.
Well, he said it was 7.
Right. It was 7, so yeah.
yep.
Oh, I get it, Clay. I got the joke.
Thank you.
And they have 80-foot range. Do crossbows have to reload, or is that just like a
Nope.
thing that?
That's
He's
Star
also
Wars,
gonna-
a Star Wars thing.
Okay. He's also gonna move back and do a shot on another crossbow shot. Whoops. Dude, I got hot dice. 19 to hit.
On me again?
And yep.
Yeah, that gets.
Trying to bring down big guy. 3 plus 1, I think. Yep, 4. 4 damage. So 2.
Yep.
Piercing, and then Preacher. Rachel.
I'm up.
You are.
I'm gonna anvil this guy again. It's a 30-foot movement, right? I think.
You have 30 feet of movement, yes.
No, the
You should-
anvil can
Yeah,
It's-
you should bring up your spiritual
It's
weapon.
20 feet.
20
to
feet,
move.
yep.
Yeah.
20 feet. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I can still. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him again. Hopefully. Oh boy.
So 10.
10.
It kind of makes contact with him, but it doesn't have the initial momentum as it did. It's coming in and it kind of just brushes off of him a little bit.
I'm gonna move up here to half cover.
Remember to
And
move your anvil too.
okay, thank you. Yep. There it is. And then I'm going to shoot that guy with my crossbow.
Twenty-two to hit. That definitely hits. For 8 damage?
Yeah.
Oh, you did it all in one roll. Nice. Alright.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I haven't seen that before. And you maxed out the damage die. It should get plus your dex mod.
I think
For
it
damage.
it should. Oh no, it doesn't have it in there. 1d8. Yeah, that should be +2 piercing. It should be 10. Let me throw that in here real quick. Plus
Oh, yeah. You rolled an
dex.
8 on it. 10?
Yeah. So 10. It should be 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Teach in the corner,
I
and it just catches him in his upper shoulder, and just and the momentum from the air knocks him around a little bit.
and then half cover will give me what? Oh, I can still move back actually. So I'm just gonna do that. What I was here? I was here, right?
I think so, yeah.
So that's what, 15 or 10? That's 10. So yeah, I'll just move back to where I was. you have to
Okay.
maintain a certain distance from the anvil, from the
Nope.
spiritual weapon?
Maybe the spell range, I guess. I would
60?
think.
Okay. So that's... I'm good. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I need to do at this point.
right.
Actually, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Next turn.
This turn or next turn?
Next turn. I
Okay.
can't do it now.
Drekhar, you are up. You just saw a dude in front of you get slapped. Real hard.
I know this guy is in pretty
You've
rough
taken a
shape,
couple
and he's
arrows
got,
too.
yeah,
none of
he's
them-
got a few guys on him, and Stratogo has pointed me in the opposite direction. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna run towards them. I think it provokes snapper. Oh, is this guy down? The
He's
guy in front
out.
of me.
He's
Is he
out.
down? Oh, okay. I was thinking I might get
Unconscious.
opportunity attack, but let me
Nope.
think here.
So we're gonna use the X for TKO.
So I'm gonna move 30. I'm gonna drop my maul and then pull out a javelin and throw it at the guy, the yellow guy next to the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I love that it's an anvil. That's fucking great.
10 to hit.
10 does not hit. Ducks it. And it hits the building behind him. Goes in a solid 2 feet.
I'll just yell at him and point at him. You.
All right.
Is he one of the ones that shot me with a crossbow?
Yes, he's a longbow
Alright.
guy. But
Okay. Yes, him. He's
Yeah.
next.
he connected with you, then also this guy.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it, I'm done.
This guy's turn. He's going to move this way. Or actually, he's going to shoot first before he moves. At Drekhar, getting +3, so 14 to hit.
Not quite. Barely.
All right.
Barely not.
At the him charging, he's trying to trembling and it just goes over your head, and then he's going to move. That's really all he can do. He's pretty basic. 1, 2, 3. This way. Actually, I think he can move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually. All right. Boom, knocked out guy. Okay, he's done. Stratogo, and then Indi, you're up.
Alright. Where's 30 feet go? 30 feet goes. Right, meow. And the guy over there just went that way.
Where'd you point?
The guy over here, like he was here and then went that way.
Yeah, he shot and ran.
Okay. Do either of you guys look hurt? Other than he got an anvil. Is there any other thing?
Yeah, he got hit with the Squeak's crossbow. Pretty good. He got hit, I think. Oh, with the anvil. Yeah. Look, for the guy with the crossbow, he's kind of limped, hunched over. And the guy with the warrior type guy is he's still standing.
Alright.
Oh shit.
I don't think I need to use a spell on these guys. So I will go this way another 30 to see where this guy's going. And that's, yeah, so I'll just move dash and then nothing for bonus.
Okay. All right, Indi.
I'm gonna start with taking the arrow out of my leg,
Okay.
and then I'll save it. I'll take the arrow out of him, take that one. Make sure he's still like sitting up. He's not like drooping.
Yeah.
And I'll take out a handkerchief and like clean up my face a little bit. I'll clean up his face a little bit. I look at the handkerchief and I just like toss it. And I'm just gonna keep watch on the guy.
Okay.
And I'll keep watch around me as well to see if there's guards coming or. I know it's dark out, but I'll try to be vigilant about it.
All right. Roll a perception check. 23. You're tidying him up, and you know you're not OCD, but demand for things to be right and together as you're wiping the blood off your own face, and you're even touching up the blood on the guy on the ground. As you're wiping him, you see he has a tattoo at the lower part of his neck that's a blue eye, and then your head kind of looks up and you're looking around, and even with the scuffle, it doesn't seem like anyone's coming or that anything's been alerted.
Okay, cool. And then I guess with the rest of my turn, I'll go and take the crossbow bolt that hit the building next.
Okay.
Make
So
sure
mark down
it's cleaned up. Yeah.
Yeah, mark down that stuff that you have, and it's Yellow Tint's turn. He drops the longbow, looks at his friend, and goes, "Tell the others." And mistake. So he drops the longbow, pulls out his longsword, has it in two hands, charges you, Drekhar. And
What kind of weapon does he have?
it's a longsword. That's a 20 to hit.
Yep, that gets me.
Alright, this is slashing damage for 10.
More gumption than I've gotten today so far. More heft. Okay, I got it.
Alright, that was his turn. I don't think he has any bonus action. Doesn't have multi-attack. Slap the dude that had multi-attack. Alright. It is... Oh. So he told the guy next to him to run and tell the others is what you guys heard. And one. He's gonna dash out.
Ooh.
Actually, I don't think he needs a dash. I think he'll be able to get out with it. So he's in Drekhar. He's gonna take a shot at Stratogo. That's a +3 to hit.
That hits.
20.
That hits.
Dude, I've rolled over 15, I think, for every hit die. Too many tabs. Too many tabs. 3.
3 damage.
Yep.
So
Ouch.
what's he shoot me with?
A crossbow.
Alright, so as the bolt hits me, like my head whips around and I just point at him, and like there's like a quick flicker of fire in my eyes, and I'll hellish rebuke him.
No.
So you just have a DC 13, or he takes 10 fire damage. If he passes it, he takes half. He basically
Nice.
catches on fire for a second.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
So he takes 5 fire damage.
He
And
spontaneous combusts. and
after
drops to
hearing
the
that, I
ground.
turn and just go, "You better run!"
He can no longer run.
And he catches on fire for a sec.
He did catch on fire.
That's a fun spell.
That is
Yep,
awesome.
that looks like poison. That's what I need.
Oh, he died?
Yeah.
Don't shoot me.
He had 1 hit point left.
I fucked him up with that crossbow.
Dude, you max died him. They only had 11 hit points.
I can only do that once a day.
Well, that's cool. So you got hit with the crossbow, and then just immediately like
I basically
almost
turn
like
around
in-
with like fiery eyes, and it's just like, you
almost
better
like
keep
in a
running.
line of where the crossbow.
It does
just
require a point as well. The spell explicitly says I need to point at the target.
traveled. And in a brief second, you see his eyes go wide, but then he just catches on fire and goes to the ground. And then Preacher.
Well, my whole thing was I was gonna flank around here to get these two guys over here, but now that I see like a
Burning corpse.
burning corpse essentially, and this other guy's gone, and I see that this guy's moved, I am going to shoot him. Unfortunately, it's definitely not gonna make it. I'm just gonna try to shoot him in the back of the head with a crossbow.
Okay.
We need a crit.
Not a crit.
13 to hit. That hits.
I did
Seven
add your
damage.
dex mod this time, which is good. So 7. Yeah.
7 damage. Okay. Shoot him in like the upper thigh, and connected, but he's still standing.
Stratogo, we gotta get this motherfucker. We can't let him get away.
Well,
Well,
whose turn is it?
it is
It's your
Drekhar's turn.
turn.
Preacher Drekhar top. Yep.
Yeah. Well, continuing my rage and seeing this guy has both shot and stabbed me, I'm gonna pick my maul up off the ground and
Oh yeah,
swing it
that's
at him
right
at
there
full
underneath.
force.
All right.
Oh.
Oh,
It was
So,
on that 17 and then rolled.
As you pick it up, like from the ground, you like almost like in one motion, like a pick up and swing uppercut, and he moves to the side of it and kind of parry, like it was gonna hit him on the side a little bit, but he pushes it off with his long sword.
yeah. I'll just stare him down with complete intent in my eyes.
He looks back at you. Intent.
That's all I've got.
All right. This guy. He's gonna shoot at Preacher.
Wait, as my bonus action, I still could have moved my anvil, correct?
Yeah, and hit.
I couldn't have hit anybody, but I could still move it 20 feet.
Yep, I'll let you move it, but I'm gonna try to keep things not in hindsight.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
new.
just cause. Yep. He's gonna shoot for 9 plus. I believe his was 3. Yep.
What was
So 12 to
what-
hit.
my armor class is 12. So does it have to exceed
I
or
think
meet?
it's a hit.
It has to meet, yeah. So
Okay.
it hits.
So reactively, I'm going to activate shield.
Can you use that as a reaction?
Yeah,
Yes.
It is-
Only
it
a
is-
reaction.
yeah, it
Okay.
is. Which allows me until the start of your next turn, you have a +5 bonus to your AC, including against the triggering attack. So that does
Okay.
not hit.
So, it's like a magical shield, right?
Yeah.
He
And it
Okay,
lasts
so-
for the round.
He bubbled.
Okay. So he shoots the crossbow, and you just kind of go wave your arm, and it just like hits this invisible barrier and kind of breaks the arrow, and then he runs.
What a bitch.
Oh, Drekhar, don't forget that you have a bardic inspiration.
Oh, that would have been a great reroll.
That would have been a really good. I think it adds
Okay.
at this level a D6
I keep forgetting
to your
about my
roll.
Plus a
reroll.
D6, yeah.
Stratogo, you're up, and then Indi, you're right after.
I'm not gonna be able to see him,
Yeah, I think he
but I
got
guess
away.
I don't know that, so I would move.
You could dash.
And then what?
Keep getting him.
Yeah, I follow him. Keep.
Do we? All right, we probably don't want to be. I'll dash.
Cut him off.
I mean, I'm gonna dash with you. Honestly,
I
like
can get to him, so he at
I-
least has to provoke an opportunity attack.
That's good.
All right, I'm chasing him.
Yeah.
Full dash.
All right, Indi, you're up.
I'm gonna dig through this guy's pockets now.
Okay. You find. Roll it. E100.
D100.
Ooh.
Ooh, our first percentile.
Ooh.
That's a good
Not bad.
one.
Roll 3d6.
Oh, titties.
Ooh.
Did you say oh titties?
I said ah titties. Squeak.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. No big deal.
That is
you
about as
go through a
average
couple
as
of his
you can
pockets.
get.
You find 9 gold pieces.
Okay.
That's what. Yep, gold for the 90. Find 9 gold pieces. A coin that has that blue eye on it.
Ooh.
And that's pretty much it. Oh wait, no.
No.
Short sword, and he's got a hand crossbow on him too.
I'll like organize the stuff like right next to him.
I may
Short
want
sword.
that.
Crossbow. I'll keep the gold coin and I'll put the coin with the eye right next to everything. I'm just like digging through his stuff and
Mhm.
just like placing it next to him. That's my turn. That's
So
what I'm gonna be
organized and
concentrating.
methodical, aren't you? You always just
Everything's just lined up. Yeah.
They call
place
All right.
shit alphabetically
call
and
it
by
OCD.
increasing number.
All right, and he's done. It is now this guy's turn.
Bring it on.
Gonna do that. That's probably not gonna hit. Plus 6 though. 11.
Nope. He's attacking me. No.
Yep. And then I don't know if he can do. Oh, he's gonna use second wind as a bonus action. And God damn it.
Damn.
So he regains 3 health.
Might help
All
him.
right. Might not gonna move. Can you use your movement to like get defensively or something?
There's
Movement is
no-
just movement.
no.
Just
There's
Action.
no
Yeah.
fight defensive or anything.
Yep.
No.
Cool. So that's all he's gonna do. He's not gonna move because
You can
don't
use an
wanna use-
action to use the dodge action if you didn't use an action.
he attacked. He missed.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Bottom of the round, preacher, and then back to the top.
Going to. If I dash, I can't take an action, right?
That is an action.
Okay.
Dashing is the action.
Can
Right.
Can I still make a bonus action?
Yes, you have the action, your movement, and a bonus action every turn.
I'm gonna.
And a reaction whenever.
Okay, I'm going to move. I'm gonna dash down to where Stratogo is, and I guess my bonus action is going to
That was
be.
cool. How'd you do that?
You grab your token with your mouse, and then you hit Q on whatever square you want to move to, and then Q again Or no, you have to hit Q the first time to activate it, and then you hit Q again on whatever square you want to move to, and then Q again to whatever square you want to move to, and then Q, and then Q, and then Q, and you can do shit
Okay,
like
we'll
this.
figure it out later.
You just hit Q a bunch while you're holding your icon.
You just queue commands.
Oh, I see now.
But anyway, yeah, I'm just going to get down here to give him support, and as my bonus action, I'm going to get rid of the anvil. I'm going to dispel the anvil.
Okay. You're no longer concentrating on the anvil.
Right.
And you dash?
And I dash down here, yeah. That's my turn. And as an incidental or whatever, Stratogo, get him! Get
So you're
that
rooting
son
him
of
on,
a
huh?
bitch! Giving him
Alright.
just words of confidence, I guess.
No, Mason, no, stay. Just because you're up.
Oh, I thought Stratogo was gone. Okay.
No, you're up before me.
These guys still alive?
Yeah. He's second winded and got some HP
Oh.
back,
Okay. Yeah.
even though it wasn't much.
Oh, it's me right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna maul him again. I'm gonna give it another shot.
Remember
Alright.
your bardic
Yep,
inspiration.
I'll do it if I need it.
That'll
I
do
didn't
it.
need
I think you're good. That's probably enough.
I think
That's
we'll
gonna
take this
hit.
one. Do I roll it again? And how? Oh, it only lasts for 10 minutes. I'm gonna roll it again and hope for a crit.
No, it just adds a d6
No.
to your roll.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You
It
roll a
doesn't let you
d6 and
reroll?
add it. No, and you add it to your sum.
I see. Okay. Well, we got him.
Yeah,
Yeah, you hit him.
You get it. You hit it.
Oh, I should have got closer to invoke a...
And then
a
I've set it
diabolical
so I have
vision.
to roll my d8 separately for lightning. So 2 thunder, 10 bludgeon, 5 lightning.
That'll do it.
Leave no witnesses.
A better roll in that second wind, he would have been up, but you after you missed the first stack with your maul, you just kind of use the momentum from picking it up and doing it, and then just going, whoa, and another crack of lightning as it streaks across and connects with his chest, and it knocks like his longsword out of his hand and just knocks him a good 5 feet over here, just as you see like in his chain, I believe chain armor. Yep, he has a chain shirt. It's just like there's a black mark in his tabard that he has, is kind of smoldering.
A nice hefty. I think my maul has a square head. Like
Yeah.
could be like a.
It's almost a
imprint
perfect
of-
square.
All
Okay.
right.
This bandit is gonna try and run.
I
So-
will opportunity attack him.
Okay.
Go gadget. Dagger.
That'll do it. That'll hit.
Oh, roll that damage.
All right, gonna do that.
Oop.
I'm also going to do Psychic Blades. Use my second bardic inspiration and do 10 psychic damage to him as he gets away. So like the knife strikes, and then after a second is considered psychic poison.
Nice.
Okay.
Holy
Dude.
shit,
That's
dude, that's
dastardly.
awesome.
He feels the stab and he's like, ah. And he's still up after the stab, and he starts running more than.
Basically, he
He's
just
got-
starts seeing like flames in hell
Gets
and starts to
another-
think he's
Gets
like
another 10 or so feet before he starts feeling more psychic. Like, he feels like he's being stabbed 1,000 times. He drops the
With whispery voices.
He starts screaming, and he is dead. And combat is over.
And as he's running away, I know that he's gonna take the damage. I just sheath it and I start walking after him as he falls to the ground.
Cool.
That was fucking cool, Stratogo. You gotta teach me how to do that.
None of us saw the shadowy, fiery bullshit that happened, but yeah, we can. He just
Yeah,
got hit with a
just
knife, and
preaching.
now he's having a bad time.
He just screams as he runs away and then hits the ground.
So
It's such a cool bard
After-
class, guys.
That is awesome.
I know, it really
It is.
So combat comes to an end, and as the you guys started to come back to like, okay, well, this is like threats are gone. So you start to hear the voices of, the people coming out of the taverns after dinner, and just a couple buildings over, and people are around, and with the lightning crashes of Drekhar, that there may be some attention coming soon, but
We should clean
You guys
up and dump all the bodies in the well.
That well was out by where there's people.
yeah,
We
it
chased
was a
into the
pretty popular-
houses. I just like to check this guy for stuff.
Okay, D100.
And then I won't linger too terribly.
56. I want to keep, I wish we even rolled stats too, but I like to keep everything to the fucking dice. All right,
Yeah, that's good.
4d6. Find 9 silver
Wow.
pieces on this little guy.
Jesus.
3 1s.
1 6 and 3 1s. That's something.
So he had about 9 pieces of silver in different pockets. 3 in one, 6 in the other, and does have a crossbow and a scimitar at his hip.
I'll grab a scimitar and then I'll put it on my waist and walk away.
Okay.
I want to head back.
Looks like a low thug bandit type guy.
Okay.
Question, real quick. Crossbows, can I dual wield?
No, that's
Hand crossbows.
hand crossbows you can, yeah, but not crossbows.
Yeah, I have a light crossbow.
Crossbows still
Yeah,
two
not
hands.
those.
There's explicit
like-
hand crossbows is what they're called.
Okay, so light crossbow is different than a hand crossbow.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you guys want to quickly?
I want that
determine on
hand
before we
crossbow.
call it?
No, I think we call it here and figure out cleanup next session.
I want that hand crossbow.
Okay. I'll let you guys have a quick conversation if you do want to do it in character, but if not, we'll just end it.
We can just end it and get the fuck
Yeah,
out.
I feel
after.
like we should just end it because I need to go watch The Mandalorian again and go to
Okay.
bed.
All right. Sounds good. Well,
Good first sesh.
Yeah,
That was
it was
fun.
awesome. We did a lot. We
That's a
might
wrap.
have got some information. We don't know.
We have a
You
guy
guys-
that
you
probably
guys have-
knows something.
We got a guy.
you guys
And we
got some
also
leads.
we also have a call.
We know
A
for a
call
fact
word.
that guy
got a
knows
code
more
word.
that we could go potentially torture out of him. I'm just saying.
That's the type of discussion you guys need to start having.
Yeah,
we know that he knows something and we can figure it out. But okay.
We have 2 faces too. We have Clay and Squeak, and they can both be like good cop, bad cop.
And they are ones.
Bad cop, worst cop.
They are.
I'm
Clay
very
might
good
be
at bad
both,
cop.
depending
Bad
on-
cop,
I
bad
am
cop,
like,
oblivious cop.
yeah, I'm
more like.
both bad cop
Yeah,
and
that's-
worst cop.
I can do
Cool, so-
oblivious cop for sure.
All right.
If you actually, I will let you guys get treasure each. If you do want to do a little roll, Mason. If you want to go on the warrior type guy you were fighting, I'll let you. We can roll some treasure and then call it.
Yeah, I like that.
So
I have
hit
a
the
quick-
D100.
If I'm proficient in crossbows, is that only light and normal crossbows, or does that include hand crossbows?
If you're
Crossbows
proficient
is
with
all
crossbows,
crossbows.
it's all 3.
All right, then I'm definitely going to use that hand crossbow.
5d6.
Am I able
That's
to
what you want me to
Yes.
roll?
search a
Yes.
body?
Yes to both of those. 100 for you, Squeak. Find 18 copper pieces on that warrior.
Of course.
12. Roll 5d6. And that's how many copper you get off the other bandit.
5d6. 21 copper. Yay! I have money now. I'm so excited.
I'm so
So-
interested.
Yeah, so you guys, I mean,
How much copper? 21 copper, you said?
yeah.
I'm so rich now. I am loaded.
Like, what? Must be what everyone's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know the difference between gold, silver, or copper as far as money is concerned.
You
So
just
it's
have
just
those
like, oh,
pieces, so that means
I'm
The other
I'm
weapons and stuff, but
loaded.
the only one who had anything extra was the guy Indi searched his box up and found the token.
Oh, did I find any extra crossbow bolts? I think I launched 2. So I'm at 18.
Yeah.
And these guys had armor and longswords and all kinds of stuff that we can just loot from the streets.
Yeah.
I do need armor. I have no armor. But did I find how many crossbow?
You
Crossbow
found
bolts.
6 crossbow bolts.
6, so that'll put me at 24. And yeah, at this point I don't have any armor, so at some point I'm gonna need to get some kind of like light armor.
I mean, so they all had leather armor, except the
Do I need a proficiency to use that?
warrior, the chain shirt.
Do I need a proficiency in light armor to wear it without any type of?
I'll message you. Let's. I don't know if the stream is already ended, but
It's not ended yet.
I'll message you guys that stuff of like the stuff that they had, and then you guys can pick and choose if you guys.
I really want the hand crossbow.
And I will send you all the deets on that.
What did you want,
out
Clay?
proficiencies or not? But cool. Thanks for playing, dudes.
Yeah,
handy?
it was interesting. Hey,
Oh.
first D&D session
I
under
know.
our belts.
I know it's fun.
Fucking awesome.
We only did
There's
it
a-
pretty much right, I think.
There's a lot to uncover too, and I put up a couple different combat sessions in case which way you guys went. So
And we picked none of them?
said, I had people playing it. I was like, they might jump you. Like I just like basic.
Well, sometimes you get
attract
jumped.
the urchin.
Alright. Bye, everybody.
Deuces,
Good
boys.
session.